Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! Thursday in the arena, Father's Day around the corner, so we are festive, celebrating a little bit earlier. Got some dads here on the couch. Throwing a little something on the grill, you know, nothing too shabby.
Quick question. When it's Father's Day, do y'all want to be around y'all kids or be on the golf course?
I was planning on going away, and I was told that I had to be. I was like, damn. See y'all fucking every day.
Man, that's like, damn, Mother's Day, we got to watch the kids while they go to the spa. Father's Day, here you go. Yeah. Now, wait a minute.
How that work?
Not a fair trade-off. Mm-hmm. Every day is Father's Day, in my opinion. Shout out to all the dads out there. But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. On this side of the couch, representing Tough Crowd University, Mr.B, Brandon Jennings. Mr.B, you've been talking a lot. I heard there might be some smoke coming to the arena today looking for you. We will see what happens. That's what we call a teaser in the industry. And on this side of the couch, we got the distinguished gentleman from Oak Cliff, former #1 pick, Kenyon Martin, back in the building.
What's happening, man?
Kane celebrated your anniversary yesterday. Everything went good?
Yeah, everything went good.
Okay.
Of course, yeah, speaking of kids, yeah, anniversary dinner got crashed.
I did?
The oldest one.
Mm.
Yeah, set his ass down there picking on the mama plate and shit, drinking her drink. Him and the homeboy and them at the bar, like,
oh, yeah.
he paid for it, so I was like, all right.
Do you, young fella?
He said, I was like, hey, man, bring me a bottle of opus. He said, nah. I said, hey, all right. 450, baby.
God is good. Well, happy anniversary to the Martins. And for all the fans out there, we still got 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. The Pacers held down home court in Game 3 of the finals to take a 2-1 lead in the series. But are they now the favorites to win the first chip in franchise history? Gil, you were on the couch yesterday. All Pacers gear. Did not jinx them. Was not bad luck as of yet. And the winner of Game 3 in a 1-1 series, I believe, goes on to win the finals 80% of the time.
Work.
We will see. We will see what happens. The Thunder and the real MVP got exposed in Game 3. What adjustments does OKC need to make to avoid going down 3-1? And shout out to the Pacers bench, too. Putting in work. Benn, Arizona legend.
Bear down.
And the Knicks head coaching search has them looking desert thirsty. But are they doing this on purpose? Gil, you have some thoughts on that. It might all be a part of the plan. To get somebody daddy in the spot. We will talk about it. Before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app. Use promo code Gil, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. So Gil put up his partner pack yesterday. And if you would have rolled with it, you would have won some bread. Let's take a look at that winning partner pack if we can, please. You had Tyrese Halliburton higher 7.5 assists. Pascal Siakam higher 15.5 points. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander higher 2.5 blocks and steals. If you would have rolled with Gil's partner pack, you could have won nearly 5 times your bread.
Yeah, I won $32.
$32 whole dollar.
Yeah, baby.
Not half, not some.
I mean, 4 times, eh? You know what I mean?
Big baller.
Yeah.
Gil, how does it feel to be a winner? You've been riding the hot streak, as you let us know in the group chat. Putting a lot of heaters up there.
Yeah, you know what? Every time I try to go big, killed. Go small, win. So at this point, I'm just going to take my small wins.
Okay.
Put
$5. Small wins add up to big
put $5 on it, $6 on it. Yeah.
That's how I get it.
Build that joint up.
Most I'm putting is $7.
Take a while. It's going to take a while.
I'll put $7 down, but then I'll end up picking like 8. Trying to win like 300 times my bread.
Nah.
Yeah,
When you hit it.
When you hit, it's a good hit.
Keyword is win, because
It's far in between. That motherfucker, boy.
But it makes it exciting, so everybody rock with Underdog. Well, as for tonight, Gil has some WNBA picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Gil, diehard WNBA fan, as we all know. You got Angel Reese, higher 9.5 rebounds. Alicia Gray, higher 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And Camila Cardozo, higher 15.5 points and rebounds. This partner pack is boosted. How you be getting these boosts? What that mean?
So the underdog.
got
I
the
mean, you
Gilbert
know what I mean?
flag.
They, when you winning, you know what I mean? When you winning,
You got the winner
go
boost.
ahead a little boost on it.
So this pack is boosted. If you use it, you can win nearly 5 times your bread. How's everybody else on the couch feeling about Gil's partner pack for this evening? I see they got rid of the money total too underneath the grill on there. It was,
How
a
mine?
little light in the bank account.
Oh, that ain't mine.
I'm showing the bread.
That ain't because whoever's doing it is getting embarrassed. How you an employee with $9?
So I got some great news for you. We asked the chat if they're riding or fading with your picks for this evening. 69% of the chat is riding with your
69
partner pack. 69.
Oh, see, I didn't know they could see my tattoos.
Inner thigh.
No, okay. It started with a thigh tattoo, just one, singular. And Deshaun Stephenson was calling me a stripper.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I had to just do the whole thing to get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
what
no,
we-
this is not a Kobe tattoo. This is me,
You have your own face tattooed on your back.
like 3 times.
That's it. He love him. He love him some him.
Love me some
Okay,
me.
more than. So I got. Yeah, there's more. So I got me here, and then the coins that I had, the coins is me too.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a bunch of me's.
Okay.
Oh no, so it's not portraits of you.
Nah, it's like
Okay, I thought you said you had 3 portraits of yourself on your body. I was finna like.
it's like the coin, like when I did the black card,
I'm gonna take
and then
your
I had
word
the
for
side facing me on the black card. I was like, what? I like that. And then I just did it a bunch.
So it's so it is
Just money signs.
It is
Yeah,
three-
so it's
Little portraits.
so
Yeah.
it's
Just me on the bench,
coins.
young me.
Yeah, the coins is him.
Oh boy.
Okay. I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen,
This dude.
this is Gil's Arena.
it was like, you got Kobe. Like, no, that's me. It's all me right there. You know? No, I just got Kobe's number 24. 24 and 25.
Well, shout out to the thigh tap or Gilbert Arenas. But I'm going to take your word for it, Gil. I do not want to look. But if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast.
Hold on. So which one was first? Which one was the singular? I'm curious.
Bam. Just me on the. So it's me on the bench. It's just me on the bench. Blessed with skills.
So
But yeah.
the first one you just said, fuck it, dude, just put me on you. I'm just gonna get me.
Yeah, it was just.
Nothing else mattered at that time.
Nah, it just didn't matter. It was selfish. It was just.
Slightly.
Yeah, it was just me selfishly. I love me.
I love me some me was a person. It's
She
him.
went on and just put that.
And then, but that after I was done before T.O. came out with it, I was like, damn,
Updated. So I got some breaking news.
Yeah.
Gil's Arena is on the short list for a hashtag sports award. Shout out to the arena. Shout out to our entire staff, our entire crew. And that's right.
Hey.
We're nominated in the best use of live video category.
Where we?
The other nominees do not matter, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
but who are they? Just
don't
to
matter.
know if we're gonna get a call. Who are they?
I didn't look.
Come on. Yeah, please, Tim.
I
Come on.
refuse to look. The only name that mattered was Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa.
Come on, please.
Nightcap and
Okay.
Tom Brady's Patriots Hall of Fame induction.
Oh, shit, you ain't winning.
Wait, Tom Brady?
Damn.
You got Nightcap and Tom Brady?
Tom Brady and Nightcap? Hey, come on, look, vote for us.
Yeah.
I give out $1,000 cash we win. Guaranteed from Josiah's bank account. Guaranteed.
Actually, Gil, I am a big baller now. The direct deposit has his. So
1,000 then.
That's not a big deal.
He didn't complain.
That's not a
1,000.
big deal.
We winning. Come on. We
Y'all
gonna beat
gotta
out
find me first.
Shai and Tom Brady.
So the link for you to vote, huh?
Best use of live
We do use
Yes.
live video very well. I feel like y'all could have picked a better picture of me, but that's neither here nor there. Gap teeth are sexy, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let them lie to you. So the link for the vote is in the chat. So if you enjoy the show, please go and support us. Winners will be announced on June 24th in New York City. If we win, Underdog will fly us out to New York City.
Wait, say it again?
If we win, Underdog said they're going to fly us out. Gil, make the call. To New York City to
Oh,
turn up.
chat, come on. We trying to go to New York. Wait, whoa. As long as it's not in Dykeman, because they said I'm not allowed there.
You are not
Y'all
valid.
said I'm not allowed there.
You are
I
not
can't help
valid,
it.
Gil. You are not valid in Dykeman.
Yeah, they said I'm not allowed around there. The Dominican. What? No. I got my people. My people said I'm
Got
good.
some empanadas
And but now y'all, hey,
in the arena today.
got that Dominican food right here, guaranteed, right here.
Like I said, winners announced on June 24th. The link to vote is in the chat. Please help us help you vote for your favorite show. Okay, let's move on. It's time for our Dog of the Week. Shout out to Underdog for cutting the check and bringing us this lovely new segment.
How am I being and I was repping y'all?
Gilbert, ain't
I got so much New York shit up in
I know black.
over one guy.
That's an important guy. You heard
If
Kyrie?
he gets traded, am I back? Am I back?
We don't know, Poppy.
Okay, if he gets traded, please get traded.
So it's time for our Dog of the Week, brought to you by our friends at Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Each of you have a nominee to present. We'll advocate for them, and the folks at Underdog will decide who the winner is. First nominee for Dog of the Week is Bruce the Bat Dog. So let's take a look at Bruce the Bat Dog.
No.
So Bruce is being called up from AAA to the majors by the Washington Nationals, taking somebody's job. Bruce the Bat Dog, look at him get the bat, all in his mouth. Yeah. So Mr.B, lover of dogs far and near, why should Bruce the Bat Dog be Dog of the Week?
Well, he's been a bad dog for the Nationals for a minute now, and see him out there keeping it hostile, making sure all the bats are where they're supposed to be. So shout out Bruce the Bat Dog.
So Bruce the Bat Dog, big fan of rough greens.
Yes.
Sprinkle,
Give him some of that. Give him some of that. Some of that green.
some of that greenery. Shout out Bruce the Bat Dog on getting the call up.
He is happy.
Next nominee for Dog of the Week is Carlos Alcaraz. So let's take a look. Kenyon, big fan of the French Open.
Yeah, pound that clay ain't listen, man.
So why should Carlos Alcaraz be Dog of the Week?
Oh shit. At one point he was a plus 6,500.
Ooh, that is not.
Wait, please. What?
It was a plus 6,500 at one
To win
point
it?
during the match.
Oh, during the match.
Yeah. So yeah, hey, listen. 5th Grand Slam. You know what I'm saying, was down 2 sets.
Down 2 sets, came back, won 3 straight.
Came back one, and that's hard to do on the men's side, right? You get down 2 sets, normally on the men's side, yeah, it's
a wrap.
game, set, match, baby. Like, it's tough, man. It's like being down 3-1 in an NBA series, man. Like, it's tough, man, to come back down 2 sets on the men's side, bro.
Like you said, Kenyon, plus 6,500 at one point
Damn.
in the match. 5 hours, 29 minutes, longest
Yeah.
men's single match in French Open history,
Imagine
second
people
longest.
sat there and watched that the entire match, man. 5.5 hours,
5 hours.
right?
Faced a triple point break as well, down 40, love.
Yeah, that's resilience, man.
Yep.
I played varsity tennis in high school. Did not win a game. It was for the footwork. And last but not least, our nominee for Dog of the Week is Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's take a look. So Gil, why should Ronaldo be the Dog of the Week? Gil's opted not to speak and it just elected to hit the smoke machine.
That's GOAT, man. That's GOAT right there. That's a 40-year-old man scoring. That's LeBron James.
With the slick back.
LeBron James right now, but he could be Michael Jordan too. It all depends. So he's LeBron or Kobe or Jordan all rolled in one. See, it ain't Magic Bird and Jordan no more.
If you haven't heard.
It's LeBron, Kobe, and MJ all rolled in one. That's that man at 40 years old.
All right, well, you did a good job advocating for Cristiano Ronaldo. Kenyon, you did a great job advocating for Carlos Alcaraz. Mr. B, great job advocating for Bruce the Bad Dog.
Bruce the Bat
For
Dog.
our Underdog of the Week. All right. The folks at Underdog have deliberated.
Someone told me to bark.
So folks at Underdog have deliberated, along with the fans who voted on the Underdog Twitter account, not to be confused with the Gills Arena Twitter account. And Bruce the Bat Dog has won Dog of the Week.
Boo. Oh, no.
Victory Cigar, Mr. B.
And
Where my dogs at?
and-
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, my dog.
Okay, get us in a cigar.
It's the Bat Dog.
So stay tuned for what Underdog has planned in the weeks to come. Shout out to Underdog, Dog of the Week. My favorite segment.
I like that.
Dog of the week, baby.
You know why? Because they cut the check. Break bread. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's at the door. I hope it's not security. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. We got a legend in the building. A legend in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We got a special guest making his first appearance in the arena, played 17 seasons in the league, including stops with the Sixers, Hawks, Raptors, Lakers, Rockets, and Clippers. In addition to being a certified bucket, he's a 3-time Sixth Man of the Year award winner. He's now a member of the media as well. You can catch him weekday mornings on Run It Back and his own podcast, Underground Lounge, with co-host Spank Horton, Lou Williams.
How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to Gil the Arena.
What's up, OG? How you doing?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Lou Will, appreciate you.
What's happening? Oh, what's the vibe in here? Okay.
Before we get started, obviously, I'm a fan of Magic City Wings. They call you
Yes,
Lemon
sir.
Pepper Lou. I heard you didn't like that nickname at first, but you started to embrace it. What's it like having your own wings at Magic City?
You know what? I was fighting it for like years, but at this point, my name is synonymous with Magic City, and they embrace me over there, and I got some real estate. I got my own section. You come to Magic, you see my big logo in there. That's when you from ATL, that's as many people that come through Magic, and all the celebrities. But if little old me to have that spot in there, that's kind of fly. So
Very legendary.
I learned to embrace it, man.
Okay, very legendary.
Yes, sir.
Got your jersey hanging up
Yeah.
in Magic City.
More infamous than anything.
We salute you. So, obviously, you like us now, like everybody on this couch, played in the league, but have now shifted over to the sports media game. Run It Back, your own podcast as well. So, how's that transition to sports media space been going for you?
It's been fun, man. I've been learning. It came out of the blue, right? I was at the crib trying to figure out what was next, like a lot of us when we done with the game, whether we want to get into some business, get back into coaching or whatever. Got a phone call from my agent, like, yo, what you think about doing some TV work? I said, man, they got to make an offer I can't refuse. I ain't got no experience in no TV, so they got to do something to get me off this couch. And they did that, and going into this is my second year on Running Back, working on an extension now.
Okay.
To continue on, but the show has been growing, and then Spank and we was having a conversation about doing some podcasts, and then everything just lined up. The timing was right, man. The timing was right. So now, I got Running Back, I got Underground Lounge, and got another opportunity to do a third show. So I'm all in like y'all now. Yeah, that's what we do now.
Working hard like Gil. So,
Yeah.
Gil, you work us.
No, we had a mishap.
Quinn Dick.
The stripper stuff came in. You came in with the stripper shit. My ass. When I got up, ass was out, man. Yeah.
Y'all ain't drinking for real, is y'all?
Oh, this is a Guinness. Would you like one, brother?
Nah, no thank you.
Sorry, Chet. I didn't mean that, man. They calling me Tip Drill
I ain't
Gil.
ready yet.
Tip, drill, Gil.
I wish I knew what type of party. Well, I'll put something on my
TDG.
stomach.
Oh, we can bring it. We can change that right now. Niggas eat on that. Look, he got mother empanadas over there right now eating.
We chilling.
All right, so, former Hoopers. We got Mr.B here.
Niggas is crazy.
We got Lou Will here. So, Lou, Mr.B called you out, said he wanted to play you one-on-one, wanted that smoke, wanted that fade. So, have you been practicing, and should Mr. B regret calling you out for trying to play one-on-one against you?
Yeah, and I say yeah because I'm always prepared for anything. We competitive people, and me and BJ done ran into each other a few times since then and talked our shit and had some fun with it, man. But we all competitive, we all hoopers, and I'm always ready to go. I'm dangerous, but I just felt like when him and Pat Bev started going back and forth, they beat the life out the shit. I was like, man, I don't want to.
It wasn't fun no more.
Yeah, it wasn't even fun no more. They was talking different, but that's what it is, man. That's who we are, competitive at nature. And sometimes trash talk gonna get to that point, especially when you trying to prove something, and your bravado is there, your pride is there, your ego is there. But if that's the page that everybody's still on, I'm down to lace up.
I bought my shoes.
Mr. B, you brought your shoes.
I got my shoes right there. So
You have your shoes.
if we want to do a little preview up to 3, we got to squirt up scares,
I'm down to sacrifice my white ones about it.
Oh, well.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I was kind of prepared for that setup. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, K, I was prepared for the setup. I knew what I was walking into.
My bag,
My bag.
I got 12.
Where his bag at?
These the custom joints too.
You can't mess the whites up.
Nah, I'm down to put them down for it.
Lou
You know what
Will
I'm saying?
down to sacrifice his
Damn.
custom Lou Will Air Force One.
I'm going to go ahead and take me a shot.
We can give a little preview up to 3.
Yeah,
real quick,
But I done seen BJ working, man. I done seen the bully and everything in his way. Up until this point, you know what I'm
Up until-
saying?
Damn.
Yeah, up until this point.
Get how much bread are you putting on it? Underdog
That's
bus.
that's that
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
that's that Blanco. No thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'm a Blanco guy myself, man.
You Blanco guy?
Yeah.
You want one of these?
I can't do that rep. Nah, y'all are trying to set me up for the
No,
day.
you know, just a little bit.
I ain't had no
You
breakfast
You on our
today,
home
you know.
court, just that.
Look
you
at
know.
this man.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. B got the
Man.
custom.
I mean, because this is who I called out. Like, this is who I called
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So everybody else talking that's trying to get involved ain't got shit to do with you.
That's a
talking about
fact.
the people I'm calling out.
Nah, that's a fact.
Let's see if you ain't better than the people I'm talking to.
The 10 and over club, I believe.
No, just
tenure.
the people I'm talking.
How I get involved in that, though?
No. That's why I'm saying you here. Like, we talking.
No, let's from the origin. How I get involved in that conversation? Why was I in that?
Because I respect your game.
We was drunk.
Yeah.
start off
I
there.
was
Let's
drunk.
start off-
I was
let's start
drunk,
off there.
but then you saw.
Starters. Let's start there.
But then you saw when I start talking about certain plays or certain games that we played. I mean, we've been in a lot of battles too. I mean, in my career. But I respect your game. I think you are one of the greatest six-man of the year. My career
Appreciate that.
was cut short. But I was also a scorer too. So I just look at us being scorers and us being able to go out there and play one-on-one because our games are sexy.
There it is.
So,
I appreciate
It
that.
was drinking in the chat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chat was poking. Boop, boop, boop.
I ain't gonna lie, for like 2 weeks, y'all had me in war mode. For like 2 weeks, I was staying quiet. I'm like, I ain't gonna start talking shit. I'm just going to the gym quietly, get my reps up, get my wind up, because I know what one-on-one is. Ain't nobody out there to save you in one-on-one. Bees and Stephenson, they just showed you that. Them motherfuckers couldn't breathe a lick out there. They couldn't breathe at all. But I was in war mode for like 2 weeks, getting it ready.
So we got y'all here. Are we gonna get to work, or what we doing?
What's up,
We
dude?
talking?
I'm drinking this Luna.
That's
Chat with me too.
we talk. What we doing?
I've been here 5 minutes. It's lit.
We're gonna let you get comfortable first.
Yeah. You need a stretch?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah.
When you know, what was
We
it?
said
We're gonna get
preview.
some kicks.
We said a preview, you know.
3-5 dribbles? I mean, what we doing? I mean, let's get to it.
It's
Three.
house rules, Mr.
Well, fuck
B.
it, come on. I can score on one of y'all too.
Is Gil decided to enter the competition as well? What we doing?
Yo,
What we
I
doing?
like that,
the
Gil.
2-on-2 backyard lead.
Shit ain't gonna go your way like that, Gil.
Yard lead. We going upstairs?
Come on, chat, man. Chat want to see it, man.
It is what it
Little
is.
preview.
I want to see it.
It is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was not planned. This was not scripted. I will let them get up, get loose. Mr. B putting his shoes on. Lou will let us know if you need some shoes. We got some.
Yeah.
I forgot some 12.
He said he's gonna beat you in the custom
What
forces.
size are those?
Oh, man.
Can't get your drink.
13?
Can't get your beer. Come on.
Oh yeah. Hey, shit.
Beer and your cigar.
I will hold it down in the arena momentarily.
Your cigar.
The fuck. Yeah. Listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gil's Arena. We are ready for whatever, whenever. Obviously,
Oh
Mr.
no, but I'm
B
drinking this Guinness. I'm gonna have to piss in a minute.
been talking a lot.
Said what?
The Guinness will make you TT.
Hello, baby.
In the meantime, in between time, go ahead, download the Underdog app. Use promo code GIL. Get $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pickle. You know how we get down here at Gil's Arena, ladies and gentlemen. This is Thursday.
Yeah, I've been going.
We got
I've been going over.
two small market teams battling in the final. We got two big market hoopers going one-on-one here in Gil's Arena. We are equipped and prepared for anything at any single moment. Woo. Okay, I will handle our contractual obligations.
Oh, shit.
So we'd like to thank our sponsor, Cash App, for sponsoring today's podcast. Download the Cash App today and use promo code ARENAS to
Damn,
let them know we
BJ.
sent you. Making money moves
ready.
be easy, and that's
What
why
I'm
the
trying-
Cash
what I'm trying
App
to figure out
is
is this,
fast,
though.
safe, and honestly just way more
y'all
personalized
two
than other apps out there. No extra hoops to jump through, no extra stress. All of the tools are right there to help you cash in. Plus, sending money with Cash App actually feels safe. They look out for you. If something seems sketchy or they see you might be sending money to a potential scammer, they'll warn you and make you think twice before you hit send. It's like having a personal bodyguard for your cash. You can even spice up your payments with custom text, stamps, and backgrounds. For a limited time, only new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code ARENAS in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Well, speaking of that, let's do a live look in on the court right now. See what they got going on. Lou Will pulled up right away. We had an interview planned out for Lou, but it was time to get to work. One-on-one, Mr. B versus Lou Will. You've seen all the
a
talking.
little bit.
Seen Mr. B call out a variety of hoopers. No 10U, obviously, is his rules. So they're getting loose, getting warm right now. We got the custom court. Shout out to Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Thank y'all. Y'all are out here slacking, but it is the Lord's Thursday. Gil may jump in. You know, I would play too, but, you know, I don't want to hurt my back. Shout out everybody in the chat. This is what you can come to expect here on Gil's Arena on Thursday. I know we were doing 2-on-2s. Shifted over to battle mode. Shout out to the entire battle mode crew, which you can check on Gil's No Chill Gil YouTube channel. No Josiah versus B-Hand. I'm good. I'm good. All right. B-Hand look like he got some.
They ready.
Some
shoes.
They
said they ready.
That man needs some
But
kicks.
shout out to Lou Will and Mr. B. I'm going to take myself upstairs too.
3-4 dribbles.
Get that man some shoes.
See what we got going on.
Y'all said you want some shoes.
Shout out to the chat. Pull up, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to be exciting. They going to 3. Lou Will's take the hat off.
We go to 3 because we ain't stupid either. We ain't gonna blow the bag out here now.
3 dribbles.
Let's see what they got going on.
2 dribbles. Oh, oh yeah. Wait, damn.
Oh, Lou Will already got a bucket.
All right.
1-0.
3.
Mr. B better not get cooked.
Good block.
Yeah, the niggas that ain't known for playing defense, they sure be calling niggas out.
Right, DJ. I ain't gonna lie. You might have to go right.
Mr. B, just a bit outside. It's going down here in the arena, 1 versus 1.
Oh,
This is just a preview, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, almost.
I got you.
Mr. B got his game face
yeah,
on.
he still got that first step. I know. I agree, chat.
What do you say?
That first step.
Oh,
That first step.
Oh.
Pepper Lou.
oh, just a bit short. Ladies and gentlemen, Gil's Arena, 1 versus 1. This is not the main event. This is just the
that bitch is
appetizer. They're playing the 3. Uh-oh.
You know what that is.
Oh!
You know what that is.
2-0.
2-0. They're playing the 3.
I can't cut the lights off. We outside.
Cut
We
the feed, Gil.
outside.
Cut the stream. Oh, okay, Mr. B.
Because we outside. I can't cut the.
Mr. B currently down 2-0. Looking like Carlos Alcaraz in the French Open. Okay, got a point back.
21.
2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, they're playing the 3. Oh,
Oh, that hurt.
that's going to be tough right there.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Mr. B, you better not let him come in the arena and win. Lou Will playing in his custom Air Force
When
One.
your offense is your defense. Y'all know how we do. That offense is that defense.
Oh. Mr. B, defensive effort. Here in the arena. Mike Pack almost came off. Currently 2-1. Oh,
I can't hit a jumper now.
We see.
I just made 10 in a row.
Yeah, that's catch and shoot.
well. He said, let's catch and shoot. Ooh. Oh, big body. Oh, 4 game.
Travel.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's just a preview of what's to come.
Yeah, that shit didn't count. You're not gonna come out here and just try to score 3 and just.
Gil has said that actually does not count.
That was a late block. It's a late call.
No, this one.
Gil has voided the victory with a travel.
Yeah. The chat said that ain't count. That's a travel.
Put the underground in the chat.
We asked the chat, 78% said it's a travel. Shout out to Mr. B and Lou Will for getting it too.
Throw it in the post.
A nice little bump.
That's all.
A preview of things to come.
All of them too small. Now I'm gonna hold off yet because I'm at
Mr. B get big body. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the arena.
Yeah.
Might work. Lou, unfortunately, the win has been voided. The chat said travel. Gil cheats in his house.
Where? Travel
Yeah.
last one? No.
I know where I'm at.
You know where you at. Gil does not play fair. Gil has returned to the arena. A little disappointment.
Why so somber, Gil?
Gil's
Why
face.
so somber?
You got into the 2-on-2 now, bro. No, we need our fade back.
I'll bring Spank with me.
I'll bring Spank through the arena.
I don't know what Spank in shape for, but you know, it'd be good for content.
Kenyon said me and you should play one-on-one. I'm good, though. All right. You got it.
3-0.
3-0. You got it.
In
the post?
Yeah, up and under your
Post?
Don't go for pump fake, bro.
That's what you think. You ain't seen this one.
Just knock the ball right out your hand, you pump fake.
You got that first step. That first step is always the most important.
I still
Yeah.
got my first step in my jumper.
All you,
That's all I got.
that's all you need.
That's all you
That's all
got
you
left.
need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all I got.
People don't realize.
We was just talking about who had a bag.
And get by you.
Lou, we
All in the
appreciate
bucket.
you. This was unplanned, but
You know
Mr.
something?
B,
That's how you. When
hoopers,
people talk
man.
about one-on-one
Shit.
players,
Yeah,
that's,
check it out. It
That's
don't
the
even
key. It's that first step. If you got the first step, then you got to counter to it.
Sure.
And that's why some people can't play one-on-one.
And I'm comfortable with contact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my first step, if I don't beat you on my first step, I'm going through you. I ain't going east and west. And then we go from there. Either it's gonna go your way or mine, but I ain't running. You know what I'm saying? You see a couple, I get there, boom, fade, he on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Right there.
Did
So
you
I make
teach
my
Shai that?
adjustments.
I'm about to say, yeah.
I was mid-range with Shai, man. That was everything that he do on that left side of the court. That skill work that he did with me.
Yeah, because
that's what
you like left.
Yeah, but he's very, like Shai was very methodical with his work. Loved working. That's one thing that I can say about SGA when we was teammates. Like, he loved the work. Like, some guys, it look like if they act like it's punishment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, I do this shit all day. So I just taught him how to be efficient. Because I had to be. You know what I'm saying? I had to be efficient. I don't have the foot speed everybody got. But like you said, my first step, I can get to where I'm going, but being undersized, I'm usually gonna have a 6'3", 6'3" and up guard me. You know what I'm saying? Marquee defenders.
Yep.
So I gotta be able to get away from you after that first step. That's what I worked on with him.
You was going against a bigger guy with 6'8", but you was scoring, so the contact that you was making with him, like it was different.
So, Lou, like you said, you got to play with a young Shai with the Clippers before that trade to the Thunder. But during a recent episode of Run It Back, you talked about a convo you had with one of your friends about SGA, and you said we're looking at Kobe Bryant being created. So What did you mean by that?
You know, sometimes it's taboo to talk about our legends and talk about, like, you know, think about it. We talk about any comparison to Michael Jordan, 30 years later, we still fighting it. You don't want to hear it, right? So it's kind of taboo when you talk about, hey, that's more LeBron, that's more Kobe. People like, nah, that's AI. Like, nah, that's Kobe. Like, I'm telling y'all. So that's what I meant by that. Like, he has that type of temperament, game. As you can see, you can't speed him up. He gonna get to his spots. He gonna do what he wanna do. Got the ultimate confidence in himself. Like, that's what I see. Like, working next to Bing, he always had, like, ultimate confidence. It never was a moment where he was like, damn, it didn't go my way. It was like, nah, it didn't go my way because of me. It wasn't nothing about what you did. And that's how Shai is, man. And I want us to start getting into a headspace as fans and how we consume the game. Like, it's okay to have comparisons. It's okay to have comparisons, but the moment that you compare him to like a Kobe, everybody gonna find what he don't do like Kobe. Soon as you say that, right? But it's like, nah, like, at some point the game gotta move on. We gotta move forward, you know? So if we're not gonna compare him to nobody, he can be the first SGA, but we don't respect the game like that. We always gotta compare to somebody. So when I start seeing like the AI comparisons and this and that, I'm like, he more Kobe. But I know everybody gonna fight that. I know that's gonna be something that everybody like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's how I feel. Like, I think he's more of in a class of like the top 3 guys that we always talk about in the LeBron, Kobe, and MJ. When it's all said and done, I think that's more of his class than anything else. That's my opinion.
You think he's going to finish his career up in that class? Already on the right path, I think, him and MJ.
Thank you, bro. The mentality is there. The mentality and the work ethic is there. You know, like, we knew they was a good team, but we went from them being a good team to, like, taking all the training wheels off. Like, we don't call them a young team no more. We don't call them inexperienced anymore. And I think a lot of that is because of his maturity. Him being the leader of the Snake, him being the leader of that group. When you look at them now, you look at them as like a legit contender.
Yeah. And obviously they're down 2-1 in the series of the Pacers right now, but they have not lost back-to-back games all season, I think dating back all the way to 2023. Shai has historically struggled in game threes. I think in this postseason so far, it's been his lowest scoring average amongst all the different games in the playoff series. But you think he's going to pick it back up game 4? You're going to see that killer instinct for the rest of the series?
That's what he's done all year. One of the things that you can put on his plate is he's been consistent. He's always been consistent, and any time that he didn't have a great game, he's always responded. Give Indiana credit though; they defending just like OKC defended. Both of those groups are high-level defensive teams. But I thought in game 3, I felt like he started the game kind of rushed a little bit. Like, look at his first 2 possessions. First possession, you get a foul because you're wrestling with Nembhard, right? Mm-hmm. That's more of what Indiana wants you to do. They want you to get caught up in the tug of war. Then his first attempt at the basket, he pump fake, spin around, try to flip it under somebody. That's starting the game off rough. I just felt like he was trying to win a game in 1 possession. And I think game 4, he'll be more of himself, be patient with the game, let the game come to him. He'll play a better game.
Do you sense that's how they play today? Like they're winning it, they're trying to win a game with 1 miracle shot or 1 shot.
Yeah.
It seems like everything is like a knockout blow. No one's trying to get anything easy. It's like, you got 48 on the clock, and y'all are trying to
get it in.
trying to hurry up and get it back. Like, just take your time.
Yeah. And
it's there. The game is there.
You know how the energy go, man. You start a game off a little rocky, you spending the rest of the game trying to get back on the right page. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you're playing catch up, you can't. And Indiana didn't allow them to play catch up.
And they not.
You know what I'm saying? Especially you got damn near 60 points coming off your bench. Yep. And then T.J. McConnell stealing inbounds passes, giving them extra possessions. Ben Maturin ain't miss a shot. You can't afford that. You can't afford to ease into a game like that when you got a team that's hungry in the next couple games on their home court.
What's so funny is when we talk about them being young, it showed yesterday. Mm-hmm. I've never seen a veteran team or any other just veteran player turn the ball over that many times on an out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, like
just score a basket. Who the fuck does that?
It's that careless shit they're using against you, right? It's instincts from players. It's coaching. Hey, they picking you up full court. You already know that. So now you already know that now, but you lackadaisical in your inbound shit. But you got to know that. Listen, they picking us up, so we got to be mindful of that.
They don't even do that shit in college.
They did that shit 5 times though.
I've never seen that many turnovers in college on it. When you score, you can run a baseline. When you score, you can just let the ball drop. It's like they score and they trying to, like they Indiana, to try to beat the press. And then even with, SGA and them, we was always taught above the free throw line, so you have wiggle room to move. They trying to catch.
Drill.
Yeah, we had the drill. They sitting there trying to catch the ball on the baseline. Nigga, that's the easiest place to trap on the press.
And they're taking the ball underneath
the basket. Like, all of it is wrong.
The worst place ever. They always teach you, don't take the ball out underneath the basket.
Oh, take the ball out underneath.
Oh, just grab it and just.
Like Caruso did a couple times. I'm like, dude, you have no.
And think about what they do to your rhythm, though. When you taking the ball out fast and you used to pushing it up, now he's stealing, so y'all just holding the ball, mess up your whole rhythm on your offense now. Now everything off.
Oh, it's purposeful what Indiana's doing.
Yeah.
Right, they are.
That's Carlisle, yeah.
Yeah, they're intentionally, listen, we're going to slow y'all down. We're going to make y'all do things that we want y'all to do. Hey, man.
You couldn't. I think about, like, when I first came in and, when the young boys, y'all got to pick up full court. And I remember trying to pick up J-Kid full court. And it was so difficult because it was always this banana move. Where if he's starting on this side, and he's running this side and you running with him, you take the ball out and then y'all both moving together and he has that, it's like a receiver move. Mm-hmm. And he's running, he's taking off. It's like, I've never seen somebody on a trap trying to catch the ball stand still. All the great point guards is already moving. Right, it's like whatever side they're going to the other side, and they're just gonna keep their momentum and go. It was hard to press somebody and turn them because it's always a full court rest.
The game is played completely different now. Like a lot of the foundational stuff that we know and what we've been accustomed to, that shit is out. Even that, like we said, there used to be a drill for guards. Yep. They'd throw the ball off the backboard. You start on the right side, you free throw line circle. Now I'm going on the fly. That's how I'm initiating the offense. Yep. Nah, not now. Now it's just one-on-one, back pick, Wait till you get to half court, set up the offense. Completely different now.
So, speaking of one-on-one, we just saw a little preview of the one-on-one battle between you two. Mr.B, how you
Still
feeling
like
right
my
now?
chances. I like my
The chat said you're being very quiet.
I like
right
my
now.
chance. No, I like. They was talking. I like my chances.
Okay,
I got a
they
bunch. I got some stops. I saw the first move. I was like, okay, boom.
Caught you off guard.
Yeah, that was whoa.
Yeah, in the whites. Yeah, you didn't.
No, I didn't know he was like that fast. But yeah, I love my chances still.
All right, okay, Mr. B still loves his chances. We will get a full one-on-one game in the near future.
See, the
Shout out to
problem
Lil
is,
Will for
you went out
obliging.
there as Brandon Jennings. You didn't go out there as
Mr. B.
and Mr. B, dog.
went out there
You're
as
supposed
Brandon?
to take 2 shots and go crazy.
I mean,
Man, fuck him. Go crazy. Didn't hear me on my bad, Lou. my bad, Lou.
That's what you're supposed to say.
The Luna hit me good, man. The Luna hit me good, man. My bad.
The chat said it was a travel. I said, I know where I'm at. I know what's going on.
So we got home court advantage,
What's going
man.
on. You know what I'm
and
saying?
we've been planning this since yesterday. We've been planning this since last night.
We were on playback discussing, and we got plenty
And
of
I already said, yo, we gonna call travel on him. Yeah, we gonna do the thing it takes to win.
I'll do
Yeah.
everything. We ain't gonna get no calls.
We got plenty of more finals talk later in the show.
My dog, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna let him teach.
Listen, if we could structure it right, man, I think it could be something fun and special for the fans to enjoy. If it has the right structure with the right intentions, man, I definitely would be down to do it, have some fun.
You know what I've every time I've been watching just one-on-one, even the young boys out there that's doing a thing. One-on-one is a skilled thing, right? It's about creativity and skill. And I think, I don't know what's happened, but it became this brute type of basketball. Even from back when I was, playing and watching like King of the Hill and all that. And the people who were winning, it was always these power forward type dudes that just sitting there and just, you know what I mean? It's like, that's not one-on-one. One-on-one was a skilled type. See who has the skills and the creativity. And it's just usually just brute fouling, who can foul the hardest and stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah, that ain't. That's what I'm saying. Like, what makes DJ look like just hacking the shit out of
Yeah,
each other?
it makes
we
it
two
makes
small
for a bad
guards
game,
just
yeah.
hacking. No,
Yeah.
like,
That's what I'm saying.
we got
Certain players
skills.
that
Yeah, we
play
got
one-on-one.
skill set.
Well, that's what Steph said he want to do to you.
Yeah, without a ball.
Steph said he want to play basketball in the paint.
yeah, you don't need
No fouls.
Oh, yes. No foul. Like, come on, man.
Without a ball.
Yeah.
Without a
Oh, you didn't just say block. I don't give a fuck what it is. Block. Call her on shit.
There's no ball.
He gonna look.
Same-
Easy basket. Nah, nigga, block.
Well, speaking of one-on-one, let's go back to one of the viral stories of last weekend. Lance Stephenson and Michael Beasley played one-on-one at the next chapter with $1,000 on the line. So the night before they played, Beasley delivered an epic promo. Let's take a look.
I'm gonna do it to you real nice and slow. You understand? I'm gonna do it to you sexy. You understand? I'm gonna make them people love you tonight. You understand? For real. I'm gonna make the people love you.
Already.
I'm gonna have you shake that ass, nigga. I'm gonna make you dance, Lance.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
I'm gonna make you dance, Lance. We gonna get straight to it, nigga. I'm gonna bring my dancing shoes and I'm gonna tap all over that court. You understand? You better. I ain't got this shaking ass.
You got this shaking it.
Nobody in the world ever did that.
Shaking ass, Lance.
Hello, everybody. Nobody at your service.
I'm gonna have you shaking ass.
I-
I'm gonna make you
I-
dance. Lance.
Classic
smiling,
B.
though,
No, 'cause it caught him off guard.
He's from Brooklyn, so he talk like that. He probably just like.
Caught him off guard. He
know what to say to
No,
that.
you know what to say.
You don't know what to say to that.
It seemed like he was.
Trying to figure out,
Unexpected.
because Lance talks shit, so
He heard
it's gonna be
Yeah.
real
Brooklyn
sexy
to
out
Harlem
there.
shit.
That throw
He's
me off
heard
too. I don't know
everything.
what
he
you're talking about,
I'm
though.
You ain't heard that? You ain't heard
No.
No, he could not. Michael B's caught his ass off guard.
His ass off. He ain't know what to get. There's no rebuttal for that.
I'm gonna be real sexy.
It ain't
with
no
you.
way
I'm
to
gonna
fight
make you shaking ass.
What you supposed to say back to that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shake it.
Yeah, like, no, I ain't. What you-
Yeah.
So, incredible stuff right there.
You better bring some dollars.
Ain't nobody ever made me do this shit. Hi, I'm nobody.
That was probably my favorite part. He was.
Hi, I'm nobody.
That's not quick reaction. So that's incredible stuff for Michael Beasley right there. But as for the game itself, let's take a look at the action, how it broke down. So Beasley won the matchup by a score of 31-21, taking home the $1,000 prize.
100,000.
100,000. He used a variety of moves. Okay, players fuck up too. Hosts fuck up. He used a variety of moves in his bag to get the job done against Lance.
In the Dion.
Stuff like this. Oh,
That was the first thing I saw, Gil.
The Dion, yeah.
This nigga in Dion's. He don't care about nothing. But look how he milked this time. Listen, we all hoopers. We know that feeling. All this shit burning up right there.
Yeah.
Everything, your chest, your stomach, everything burning up. I need a breather.
So I felt out there when we was playing in the Creators League. Son, remember we need a breather.
Nah, but listen, I hit my man Friga, and shout out to Friga, who was one of the guys that helped put that event on. I said, yo, I got some free game for you, man. Do a 3-game series, games to 11. Every game, let guys breathe in between. You might get a better game out of it. That 30 straight is a monster.
Yeah.
Oh, they took a break at 15.
Yeah, got to.
That shit was, listen, it was 15-13, right?
This shit stayed at 13.
That motherfucker was 29-13. Boy, listen, Bees ran off.
Hey,
Listen,
boy, ready.
Hey, born ready. Hey, man, that man an issue.
So after the game, 2 competitors followed up on social media. Let's take a look at how that played out. So Lance put up an IG story saying, "Great game, bro." To which Beasley responded, "I love you to the moon and back. Now grab a cigarette and a towel. We made a sex tape. Kim K with envy."
Yeah, I don't know.
So he probably, he got his,
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. B's taking this shit a little too far. He taking it too far.
Cigarette and a towel.
Yeah, that's
No, I mean, they promoted that good, man. I had people who wasn't even basketball fans. Like, yo, where's it coming on that?
Yeah, got my $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, got my 20. I rolled up and watched.
Yeah, they did that. I mean, Creators League, that wasn't Creators League. That was
Next Chapter.
that was Next Chapter.
Chapter,
Yeah. Next Chapter. Like, I've watched it from the beginning. They do a great job in making you interested in, the follow along. Right, they promoted well. That was a good event. But I mean, just to change it, probably.
Yeah, just
There's
because you don't have to
three
breathe.
quarters.
And it might stretch out the games a little longer, give you a better product. People will be more entertained. But it was a great start. Like we haven't seen a lot of these concepts get off the ground before. So for them to even actually go through with it, finish it all the way through, even though they had a bunch of the other shit going on, I thought it was good for the game.
Yeah.
To have so many retired athletes have so many different avenues to still pick up the basketball, I think that's just fire.
So looking at that, go ahead, Mr. B.
So did they just have to just play for $100K, or did the money that they off the pay-per-view, did they get paid off that too, or what was it?
I don't want to spill the sauce, but I think that was the base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you expect Michael Beasley to beat Lance Stephenson so badly in that game?
Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt in your mind.
That's the fucked up part is.
But just off the matchup though, it's not that Lance is not a number 1 player either. It's
He's
just the
gonna do that
size.
to a lot of guys, especially an undersized guy.
15-13, man. That man, it was 29-13, man.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not
Beasley's
like
a big guard, man. Like,
yeah, it's not like Lance is gonna try to play bully basketball with B's, but for the most part, Lance plays regular D's, not dirty. So either way, Beasley can play physical or finesse.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what B's do. He's a one-on-one.
That's what he do. I like that.
Player.
Where the Melo thing come from? Did he say that, or that's just something the internet put
The
out?
kids was in there. He was with some kids.
I don't want to see Melo play one-on-one though.
Yeah.
No?
Just go put the jacket. I just want to see him put the jacket on.
Leave Melo alone?
Like, he's done enough.
I agree with that too.
Like, come on.
Yeah. But Melo wanted them to hear lace up though.
Yeah, it was so funny. I know, knowing Melo, you said his name, he gonna get in shape first, then respond. That's a Melo shit. Yeah, Melo being that motherfucker 12 hours a day just working out.
Yeah.
Say, who called my name?
He gonna get right first. Yeah, that's a fact.
Being there with Cayenne,
He just spar with his son.
Right?
Yeah.
Spar with your son for a minute.
But y'all don't want to see it for the streets?
Mike
for the
Beasley and
culture?
Joe Johnson.
For the culture, I would love to see it. I don't think it happens, but I would love to see it.
Mike Beasley, Joe Johnson.
I mean, how Melo, that'd be a good, because that's what they both do. They're both one-on-one players at its finest. Right? Even though Beasley hasn't had the career that Melo had, I mean, there's not a lot of people that went up against B or seen him play and just be like, all right, nah, fuck his resume. He can't beat me. There's nobody at his position in the league, ex-league, that would just challenge him, thinking a resume is worth some shit to him.
I bet one of them NBA players won't play him for his job.
Nope.
Whole list of them.
Yeah.
Hey, it's,
If he said, Rui, hey, let me play you for your job, and I get on that team,
hey.
they'd be like, yeah, I'm good.
They wouldn't do it.
He'll say, yeah, then, hey, Bron, what you think? Nigga, stop.
They wouldn't do it.
So we know
only a couple people in the NBA, bruh. Right now, that
Yeah, that's a fact.
So we know 5-on-5 is different than 1-on-1. Beasley had an amazing college career at Kansas State. Pro career didn't necessarily live up to what the expectations were, but how good of an individual scorer is Michael Beasley?
Elite.
Yeah.
Elite. Got the size, he got physicality, got the skill set. A dog. That's why that was even interesting to begin with. Even before they played, everybody was like, ain't nobody beat Mike Beasley in 1-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
That's been his pedigree as long as you've known him. That go back to middle school, high school, AAU. At every level, Mike Beasley has been the same person when it comes to playing basketball. Like, that's a matchup a lot of guys don't want to see. Household names don't want to see Bees. So the NBA didn't go his way, but even when he was in NBA jerseys, he still was a threat at all times.
Yeah, ever since high school,
Yeah,
growing
for
up.
sure.
I mean, he was the best to me out of all those guys. I mean, he had the OJ Mills, all those guys in his class, but to me, he was just the one that could always score from 12 to 15 feet, and it was automatic.
So that brings me to my next question. Obviously, you guys seen a lot of basketball play with and against a lot of hoopers in your time. What would be the best one-on-one matchup, in your opinion? Two guys in their prime playing one-on-one. What would you like to see?
Ever?
Like
just ever?
Ever.
Anything?
Anything?
You could pick two guys to play one-on-one against each other, roll the ball out, 3 dribbles, 5 dribbles, whatever y'all want to do.
For my generation, Kobe and T-Mac.
I bounce around. I like AI and Steph.
Ooh. Who you think is winning that matchup?
AI, Steph,
I ain't never gonna bet against Big Bro. I like that matchup.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get me cooked on this shit.
I was fishing. That's what we call fishing in the industry.
You lead it.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going to say Jamal Crawford versus Lou Will.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that. Me and Maul actually played one-on-one on camera, but we keep it to ourselves.
Oh, so
How much you beat him by?
We keep it to ourselves. Nah, me and Maul, we had some fun. We had filmed a promo for the Clippers at the beginning of this season to introduce the Intuit Dome.
Okay.
We was messing around, and you know how I get. Just how
Got too excited.
Yeah, you know how I get. We had some fun, but we kept it to ourselves.
Will we ever see that video leak?
Never say never, but it was one of them things. It was just for me and him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just to see.
It was just for us. You know what I'm saying?
So, Kenyon, question back to you. One-on-one, 2 players in their prime could be anybody. Who would you want to see battle it out on the court?
Brian Scalabrine and George Niang.
Yeah.
Galabrini versus Niang.
Just sloppy basketball.
Scal might be too much of a big
Weight,
body
yeah.
for George, man.
No, on the serious note.
Crazy.
And Mr. B, you said Kyrie versus Steph?
No, that's not a.
I like
Because we saw that,
That's
2016.
a hell of a. But
Steph has to get somebody that's kind of like him. Like even AI, AI's first step is there's only too many people that can keep up with the first step.
Yeah, they're gonna be playing 2s versus 3s.
I'm gonna say, hold on,
AI versus Steph Martin.
Jamal Mashburn
No, he was talking about Steph
and
Curry.
Big Dog.
Jamal Mashburn versus Big
Jamal
Dog.
Mashburn and Big Dog.
I throw OG Ray Allen in that mix,
Shirt with my yeah.
like a Seattle Ray Allen, the Milwaukee Bucks. I throw him in that mix with them guys.
You gotta. Yeah, I would want to see that one.
All right, well, most definitely
Yeah.
so.
Ooh, I got
What you got?
Baron Davis, Steve Francis.
I like that.
BD
like
just-
that.
BD too big.
But there's more skill. You ain't got no. But you know what's so funny? That's why everyone.
Like
That's why a lot
franchise
of NBA
bouncer,
players
right?
be like
This
2
is-
dribbles, right? Because in 2 dribbles you can't play. You can't be physical brute basketball.
Yeah.
BD winning that one.
With 2 dribbles.
2 dribbles, BD winning that one. You give him more than 2.
I don't know.
Okay.
You give him more than 2, Steve. I'm gonna go with Steve, but you give him 2, cause BD got that he gonna win.
Yeah, it's that
bigger.
pop. It's that pop away.
Yes, BD got that. Any big, he gonna put that shoulder on. Yeah, he a big ass guard, man.
Yeah.
That boy, listen.
What about Kobe versus Mike?
Yeah, of course, that's easy.
Oh.
I was going. That's
okay,
That's
yeah.
too
Okay.
easy of a. Yeah, we got to be more creative.
Okay.
Who wins
We got
that
to be
one?
more creative, Brandon.
Who wins Kobe versus Mike both
No,
in
we're
their
not gonna have
prime?
that conversation. That's too easy. That's
To be honest, it all depends on the rules.
what rules?
Dribble rules, if it's unlimited, you got to remember.
everything though.
No, but you
It's
got
the
to remember.
same thing. 2-3 dribbles. Same things everybody else play. 2-3
They both gonna
dribbles.
put their back to the basket anyway.
One has a, but
you can
depending
catch it
on
in
which
the post
Mike.
They
One
both,
has
they both putting their backs to the basket.
80s, 90s Mike, then he has a clear advantage because his first step is just unreal. Like
But
you're
then
talking
let's
about
just
The best so just say the best version.
best version of the-
best version of both of them.
Which one is that one? For one-on-one or just NBA purpose? The 30-year-old Mike or the
80s Mike?
or the 80s Mike with the first step that's just gonna dunk on everything?
The number 8 Kobe, or you want the 2-4?
I'm gonna go 8 and the one before the championship, Mike.
The 90s Mike?
The
The
one
like
before-
89?
The chain?
That's him. The gold chain, Mike.
The chain.
48-inch version Mike?
Yeah, it's him.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like y'all gotta think, but you gotta think about the engine of Mike versus the engine of Kobe. There is a big difference, right? It's like my vert versus your vert. That's a big difference.
That's what I'm saying. See, Mike might be at the casino with his cigar.
Yeah, I know, that's the
You know
only
what I'm
problem,
saying? Kobe somewhere with the lights off, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? He back to the
Like,
basket.
I'll
working on his game.
do the 3-peat Mike and a 24 Kobe, where it's more.
There's multiple.
No,
people.
the later on, like
The first one?
three-peat.
The second?
the 3-peat, like 3-peat Mike. Any of those, that nigga right there. Any of those.
The first 3 or the second?
The
Right.
second 3.
Okay, that's what I mean.
The thinker. I want the thinker versus the thinker. I don't want the athleticism.
Yeah.
Right. I'll do the thinker versus the thinker to see who really is methodical.
I dig it. So you want the 96, 97,
Yeah, 96, 97 versus that second. I say
The second one, he got paid.
That
the second
first
one, though.
championship,
That first 3, he was still.
that 2010 Kobe, like anywhere in that 2008, 9, 10 Kobe, that one. Now it's both. They both right here. It's all mental, a little physical, but you know.
Who you got though?
Still didn't pick nobody.
Can you say we're not doing that? But
But he
looks like
asked
we
another
are.
question.
Looks like we are.
If anybody gonna answer this, it's gonna be him.
I'm gonna go Kobe.
Wow. Okay.
It's tough.
We about to get another
It
last
really
dance.
didn't matter what you said.
MJ, I hope you're not watching.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking just about if they start at
the
the
long
3-point
cigar.
line, one has a 3-point advantage versus the other. It all depends. But they're gonna play real. They're gonna do spots.
Yeah,
We're gonna do post-up spots. We're gonna do mid-range. We're gonna do top of the key. They're gonna do some shit that just
Yeah, they're not finna be running around.
Let's keep this thing moving, ladies and gentlemen. We have stirred the pot sufficiently. I hope MJ not watching with the long cigar.
I got a
And the
good one.
tequila.
I got a good one.
I got
Angel Reese versus Bill Russell.
Man, come on, man.
They both rebound guards.
I think Angel Reese gets better though.
No, I'm just saying,
She's still very
She still
early
have
in
the
the game.
double-doubles?
She gets better and better.
They both.
Yeah.
One shot 40% against white.
I think there's a lot of room.
I'm just. Come on.
I was about to
it's-
be the political shit.
I'm just saying, it's not like.
But I think she got a lot.
It was a different
Still
time. He was
early
dealing with a
in
lot
the
of shit off the court, Gil.
It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that he was bigger than everybody and he shot 40% from the field, man.
I don't know. I don't know how
I don't give a
anybody
fuck how
just
you wanna
goes
cut it.
past that.
Like, I don't know how you want to cut it, however you want to skip it. The fact that this motherfucker was one of the tallest players in the NBA at the time, he shot 40-something% dog from the field, is fucking amazing.
For the career.
For a career. That's
There was times where he shot 40, 30, like,
that shit is crazy.
while the other black people shot 56.
Bill Russell didn't want to play in St. Louis because it was too racist,
crazy.
so he went to Boston.
Right?
Yeah, thanks.
you just
In fact, when they outlawed dunking, you just still
just
put the,
shit, Will like, you back then you can goaltend the shot. So soon as they shoot it, he can just catch it and just do that. You missed that too?
Let me ask you, what's your position when it comes to the conversation about the 70s and the 80s matching up against current players?
What you mean?
The same thing you think? You will bop the fuck out of them. The same thing the 80s thought about the 70s.
Okay.
We will beat y'all ass. The same thing the 90s thought about the 80s.
Yeah.
We will beat y'all ass. The same thing the 2000s thought about the 1990s. We will beat y'all. It's
I like what Iceman said. Iceman came by and said, man, they too good. I wouldn't even be able to play with these guys.
How much would you average nowadays? Shit, nothing.
I believe that.
just like somebody asked me, they was like, man, what would you do against Steph? And I'd be like, hell yeah, I'll stop him. Then I had to think, wait a minute. I'd never played against nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Mike James, I'm Eric Snow around that motherfucker. I stayed away from the ones that can score.
Rip was probably the best version of how Steph played.
Rip, and I didn't want no parts of that. Give me Chauncey. Give me give me Prince. Yeah, that motherfucker sit on the side, right? So, yeah, this is too evolved than what I can't pretend that I'm advanced to what they're doing now. I didn't see none of these motherfucking moves.
Yeah.
I had troubles, to be honest, with the Euro step when it came out. Why the fuck am I gonna go head to head?
Yeah.
When I can just go straight. Like, it was, the concept of it just didn't make sense.
That was a thing too. When guys first started Euro stuff, we like, yeah, that's a trap. What is that?
Yeah.
Who called it?
We didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, like, who going?
Ginobili brought it to the
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Elgin Baylor was doing that back in the '60s. Y'all can
No,
watch on
everybody
YouTube.
did. Like, no, if you look at your game and see it, you be like, you did it just naturally. But to come down and say, all right, he's over here, and pop, and did it.
Intentionally.
Yeah, and sometimes go forward then back. It was like the movement was so different. I'm aiming at the rim. Even that same, I couldn't get the concept of that.
Yeah.
So we have an important poll that we asked the chat. We asked the chat who wins in a one-on-one game, Jordan or Kobe. 50-50 split. Over 2,000 votes.
Ain't no way.
Split 50-50. I'm waiting for it to jump from one side to the other. It has not shifted.
I believe it because they both got the same mechanics.
Yeah.
Nearly
Who
2,000 votes.
missed first?
So, but back to you, Lou. As I mentioned in the intro, 6th Man of the Year 3 times, something only Jamal Crawford has done besides you in NBA history. So what made you such an effective scorer off the bench?
I knew I only had a short amount of time to make it happen. That was one of the things that I had to get adjusted to, being wired for that. And I was kind of naive. I didn't even understand what being a 6-man was. I was so young and still trying to figure out how to stay on the court that it really wasn't even like a thing to me. They had to tell me that J.R. Smith beat me for the 6th Man of the Year award early in my career. It wasn't on my radar. It wasn't something I was going for. I was just hooping. And they just came in and was like, hey, just by the way, you came in second in 6-man voting. I was like, what the fuck that mean? Like, what does that mean? I literally didn't understand what it meant until then. And I was like, oh, it's an award for, I was so happy to be in the NBA. Personal accolades and awards never crossed my mind. I was just a wide-eyed kid, like, I'm really living my dream.
Yo, so how was that coming off the bench? Like, because you came out of high school,
Yeah.
right? So star starting and everything. Like, how was that adjustment?
The adjustment for me was I knew that I wasn't going to play. So when I got drafted, they say, look, obviously we got AI, we got Kevin Ali, we got Willie Green. You 17 years old. We're going to bring you along. You 2 years out. That was what I was told from the beginning. You 2 years out. So knowing that, I went in there was like, well, all right, ain't no pressure on me. Ain't no pressure for me to be effective soon, so let me just keep working on my game. First year, I played in 23 games. I probably played less than 7 to 8 minutes in those 23 games. Second year, I felt like I was there. You know how you competing in practice and you busting motherfuckers. You like, all right, I'm ready. Still no time. So my agent and I, we was just like, yo, he got to get on the court. And at the time, it was the D League instead of the G League. It was the developmental league. Okay. So they sent me down to Fort Worth, Texas. And I got there on a Monday. Played in 3 games. Had 40 in all 3 games, by the way.
The Mad Ants? What was the
Flyers. Fort Worth Flyers. Got on a 9-hour bus ride to Little Rock, Arkansas. Literally 30 minutes of me getting in my room, I get a call on in the hotel room, hotel phone. Say, yo, we need you to get to the airport fast as you can and get to Philly. They need you up there. I said, what happened? They said, turn on the news. They traded AI. AI gets traded. I get to Philly. at halftime of the Wizards game. And I played the whole third and fourth quarter and never looked back. Never looked back. So I'd never had the opportunity to really digest where my career was going. I got through in the fire and it just never stopped from there. Then I'm averaging 20-some points a game, starting the whole 9, got my opportunity, break my jaw. 6 to 8 weeks. Guess who they bring back to the Sixers?
AI.
AI. I get healthy to get back on the court. They say, yo, we're going to bring you off the bench because it won't be good for AI mentally for him to come off the bench in Philadelphia. Hell yeah, that makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to me. I wish I would have just fought that a little bit more. I wish I would have fought, not because of AI, but because of where I was.
Where you was going.
Because of where I was and where I was going. If I was more business savvy and how the business worked at that time, I probably would have asked for a trade or something. Like, nah. But again, that's my big bro.
You was there. He was there when you got there.
Yeah, that's big dog to me. Yeah. So of course you got it. You know what I'm saying? And from there, it was like 1 year I was on the bench, and then the next year it was the bench, and then after that, that's just what I was. I got
Ain't
tight.
the Wizard's curse.
I got tight.
No, that's the Wizard's curse right there. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Nah, the broke jaw. Antoine Jameson.
Antoine Jameson
Wizards.
broke my jaw. The Wizards.
And then the
first
coach.
Game,
Who's the coach?
Eddie Jordan.
Wizards.
Ah, damn.
Oh shit.
Never thought of that. Never thought of that. That's a lot of Wizards energy, man. I should have been on that damn documentary. A lot of energy. But to your question, bro, I never had a chance to really map my career out how I thought it should have went. Right. You know what I'm saying? Never had that opportunity.
You thrived in that role that they put you in, right? You thrived in that 6-man role, and to your credit, like you didn't know it was a thing. You just like, I'm a hooper, right? Whatever comes with it, I'm a hoop, right? So whatever comes with it, I'm a hoop. We all like watched you and was around like, man, he ain't no bench player, man. Do the starter, right? Yeah. But they needed someone in that role, right? When things weren't going well as a starter, they needed a bucket, they needed this, they knew what they had in their back pocket, right?
I did it too well.
You did it. You
I did
played
it too
that?
well because they like, well, we can just keep him there, bring in another guard to start, and now we got a strong bench, and now we got a strong starter.
And if the starter get hurt, we know he can start him for a few games. We ain't losing nothing.
And I ain't gonna lie, as much shit as people like to give Doc Rivers, he's the only coach in my career besides the other guy that coached me early in my career. And I ain't talking about Mo Cheeks. I got love for Mo Cheeks. If y'all look it up, it was Doug Collins. Me and Doug we ain't get along. They the only two coaches that started me, that took a chance and was like, we feel like you can play starter minutes and start for us.
Yeah, it was the business of basketball that kind of got you fucked over.
The business fucked me for sure.
Yeah, because it's this. It's you, Ginobili, right? It's the great 6-men that are better than someone that's starting. So if I start you, you're gonna average 20. If I bring you off the bench, you're gonna average 20. The only thing that changes with those 20 is a tag.
Yeah.
You start, you got to get paid starter minutes.
No,
that's $80 million.
No, facts.
Coming off the bench as a 6-man, there's a cap off because all these other 6-men, you got to get paid this. So when you start seeing players that's like, oh, they're really starters and they're still coming off the bench, it's because of they're trying to hold the value of them down. So then you became very cheap for a guy who was averaging 20.
For what I was doing, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and that's usually what ends up happening to very good 6-man. And he'd be like, yo, why hasn't he? It's the money. They're like, we want the 20 points, but we don't want to
pay him for
it. We don't want to pay him. And he adds to this cap. That's another 30, 40 million a year. I'd rather give him like 8 and 9.
And by the time that it was, everybody at that time was campaigning for me to get paid. Yep. I remember all my peers was like, he got to get paid. But by the time that came around for me, man, I was so concerned with being moved. People don't realize I played on 3 teams in 6 months.
Damn.
I played on 3 teams in 6 months. People don't realize that I was with the Lakers. I got traded to Houston mid-season, traded back to LA to the Clippers over the summer. So that's in a 6-month span. I'm in 3 different jerseys. I'm fighting for my career.
Right.
So by the time, but when it was time for me to get paid, I'm like, bro, I just want to be settled.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So what I do, I signed a comfortable deal to stay in LA with the Clippers because I finally found a home where I was comfortable with the organization, comfortable with my teammates. I'm at the back end of my career. I didn't go play the free agent game at all because I was so scared of it not going my way. And the couple teams that was willing to pay me, I was like, I don't want to go there, and I'm comfortable here. So I missed the boat all the way around. It was just timing. Timing was never on my side in my career.
So speaking of time, let's take it back to the beginning of your career. 17 years old, Donald's All-American. You decided to go to the league, get drafted in the second round to the Sixers, Allen Iverson Sixers. What was that experience like for you going from high school to being a 17-year-old in a locker room with Allen Iverson, some of the other vets, grown-ass men, if you will?
It was incredible because them guys could have made that shit so hard for me, man. They could have made that route so difficult for me, but they knew I was a kid, and they protected me like Big Brother should. Not just AI. I had Doug Overton. I had C. Webb, Steven Hunter, man. I had Willie Green. I had Kevin Ollie. I had Tony Batiste. I had so many OGs around me at that time. Yeah. I had real OGs, and as I say these names, y'all think about their personalities. Like I had real OGs that took good care of me, man, and it was a healthy competition. Like I would battle Willie Green every day in practice, but he still embraced me. I would battle KO, still take me to chapel with him. I battle AI, still take me under his wing. You know what I'm saying? Like they brought me along as the little homie. So I couldn't have, even though I was a second round pick and it didn't go exactly how I wanted it to go, I thought I was gonna be a late first rounder, but I wasn't in shape in my pre-draft workouts, so I ended up sliding to the second round. But I couldn't imagine being on a different team than I was coming into the league.
See, that'd be my problem. You wasn't in shape for pre-draft. If I'm evaluating talent, I'm evaluating the talent, right? You being in shape in June, but the season's in October, November has no impact. Like, you know what I mean? Like
but I also was in a draft class of heavyweights. Chris Paul, Darren Williams. Like I was in a draft class with them guys. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I was good, and I was Naismith, I was McDonald's, but they was doing their thing at a college level. So that draft class kind of put me in a trick bag, and that's where it put me. I was supposed to go. Miami had promised me at 27 that they were going to take me if I was still on the board. But at that time, Wayne Simeon was still on the board. Y'all remember Wayne Simeon at Kansas? National Player of the Year. He was the National Player of the Year at Kansas that year, and he was still on the board, and they ended up taking him. Then after that, I didn't work out for anybody past Miami. The Atlanta Hawks had the first pick of the second round, and they said, hell no, we ain't picking him. Because they had picked Josh Smith the year before. And they said, we're not going to have 2 hometown kids sitting on our bench not getting playing time in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. So Atlanta didn't take me, and the only thing I had on my side was my agent at the time represented Mo Cheeks, and they had the 45th pick. So he was like, yo, if y'all ain't doing nothing with that pick, y'all might want to take a look at this kid. And that's how I ended up getting drafted. Without that, ain't no telling if I'd have went undrafted or what would have happened.
So you talk about that draft, 45th pick, loaded draft class, but you ended your career with more career points than everyone in that draft class except for Chris Paul. So what does that mean to you?
That mean I'm underpaid.
Yeah.
That's all it
But we
mean.
all knew that.
That just mean I'm underpaid, but I can't wear that shit on my sleeve. It's over and done with. It went how it went. I had a fucking ball, man. I lived my dream. And I got the respect of my peers that I was a real hooper. Yeah. That's validation enough for me. Yeah. Every time I sit down with the likes of these guys, man, and I get my flowers and my game is respected, that's enough for me.
Yeah. So I was young. I was young when I saw you and Monte play on ESPN.
That's fine.
When y'all was 17.
The high school?
Yeah, that's when I knew.
That's
I've been
fine.
a fan since then.
So was college going? Like, was you going to the league just a foregone conclusion, or were
Yeah. I wasn't going to school.
no school was?
I never could wrap my mind around the 6 a.m. workout shit and not have nothing to eat.
So it wasn't. So that's the thing is, right?
I never could wrap my mind around that.
It wasn't every school though. That's the thing. So right, to peep this, right?
Go ahead.
I had two schools, because I didn't have no grades and shit coming out, right? I had two schools that was interested in me. It was Temple and Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Temple did that shit. Cincinnati didn't.
Yeah. See, that's,
Hey,
I didn't want to take the chance.
He
K-Mar.
said that. He told me that shit in real time, dog. I lost interest in real time. I'm with you. We practiced at this time. And my brain went the same. Like, who played basketball at that time?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, nah, I ain't going there. I started playing with my niece. She was a baby. I was like, yeah, this shit ain't, nah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it won't be Temple.
Yeah.
So I dig it, but nah,
I
everybody,
never could wrap my mind around the whole not being able
that
to
was
eat
my
what you want.
that was my advantage.
6 a.m. workouts, and Sebastian Telfair kicked the door open for me. I remember being at USA camp out in Colorado, and all of us, me, Monte, CJ Miles, everybody that ended up going to the league out of high school, we were watching the draft. And I never forget Sebastian going 13. And my eyes lit up because at that time, no small guards had went out of high school yet. Everybody else was built like men already. Yeah, 6'8"
6'4", like Deshaun Stephenson, I think was the first guard.
all of them guys were like men. And shit, I'm 6'1", 180 today. So imagine 2004, 2005. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, there's an opening for me. It's a market for me to be able to do this. And from that point on, I was like, I'm going to the league. I don't care how I go. I'm training myself to go league. That's how I looked at it.
So you were able to carve out a legendary career for yourself, play with some legends. We talked about you getting drafted at 6 with AI. You were also on the Lakers, though, 2015-16 season, which was Kobe's last season in the league. So what are your memories? Obviously, the team didn't perform that well, but seeing Kobe in his last year 20, what are your memories from playing with the Lakers and Kobe in his final season?
I just remember feeling like, well, first, I want to say this. 2-4 started that season as Kobe Bryant. Like training camp, he was pushing everybody. He was getting his body ready. He was getting his mind ready. He was making sure we all was on the same page. And then, as I remember it, I feel like 9, 10 games in, his body started breaking down, and he came to the realization that this was the end, and his mentality shifted. He became a lot lighthearted. He became more easygoing, and I knew at that point he had kind of took his foot off the gas. Like he knew his body wasn't going to hold up to the standard that he had set for himself. And I was on the team with Julius Randle, D'Angelo Russell. Nick was on that team. Larry Nance was on that team. They had a lot of young guys that they had planned to develop, but as y'all know, the Lakers don't develop talent. That ain't really what they into. And I remember them sitting us down and telling us, hey, the rest of this season is going to be about 2-4. So we're going to celebrate him. We're going to go out and compete, but it's about him. And from that point on, it turned into the farewell tour. And, we started getting a pulse of the nights that he was going to play, the nights when he wasn't going to play. Because, if you go into a city twice, he probably wasn't going to play in the first one. He was going to play in the second one. All the Eastern Conference games that we only go once, he probably going to play in a lot of these. And so our focus kind of shifted. And the crazy thing about it was Byron Scott was still whooping our ass in practice, though. He was still whooping our ass in practice, but it's like, B. Scott, we in shape, bro.
Yeah.
We 40 games in, and I remember having a meltdown. He had 40, 50 games in, we doing a damn conditioning drill. I said, B. Scott, nah, dog.
Y'all doing easy run 40 games in,
We
dog?
are still doing a conditioning drill.
40 games.
So
Damn.
I have a meltdown. I said, bro, if we ain't in shape now, we ain't never gonna be in shape.
Right.
He called me in the office. I said, B. what's this about? I said, what is this about? He said, this all I know. I come from Pat Riley. That's all I know. This is my coaching style.
Shit, know something else.
Yeah, but
all I know.
yeah, but I just remember like Kobe, he wouldn't practice. He really wouldn't be around. Like we had a thing where in the locker room, because y'all know he had his own separate locker room. He had his own room for him to stretch, and he had his own staff of trainers and whatnot. And the only way we knew what games that he would play, they would come in and take all his stuff out of his locker. So that's how we knew that he would play on certain nights. They would come clean his locker out, and we'd be like, Elvis in the building. That was our joke. Hey, Elvis in the building. Like, he gonna play tonight. So we used to come out the locker room out this door. Cole come out he come out the door. And one of the funniest things that he used to do, mind you, didn't come to practice, but during preparation for games, we'll be going over game plan. He'd just be sitting there getting dressed. He'd be like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, nigga, we've been working on this shit all week. what are you talking about? We've been working on this shit all week. And he's just putting his jersey on. Nah, we ain't doing that. And because him and B. Scott played together, B. Scott like,
We ain't doing it.
we ain't doing that.
So Kobe became Pat Riley, so he did.
Cole became
vetoing
Pat Riley, man. But as the season started winding down, man, I realized like that was my first time seeing somebody be celebrated and get their flowers. And you know, God rest his soul, I'm glad that he was able to have that experience going out of the door, seeing how everything played out. I was grateful to be a part of it, and I was grateful to experience that and play with Cole, man.
It was crazy when you, especially with him, if you've seen him when he was younger, that mindset, but you got to see him at both stages.
Yeah.
The competitor and then like a regular teammate. When he realizes, okay, this ain't it no more.
And I wish I was with him earlier in my career because he would have did so much for me mentally. You know what I'm saying? Just how he was just, man, laser focused, dog. Laser focused on attention to detail, things that he wanted to get out of the game and what he wanted to get out of himself and his teammates. He was down to challenge anybody. I wish I was just with him when he won at the very end where.
No, that's the one you wanted to see. I mean, as a hooper,
for peace.
No, for
peace,
the hooper
yeah.
you wanted to see. But if you grew up on him and the stories you hear, you know, I used to talk to Luke Walton the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, after every game, I used to call, hey, what was this? What was that? Why did he do this? And then when Karan came, that's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear about nothing else, right? So towards the end, you seemed the human.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I appreciated the human more.
That's a fact. Because
I'm not playing no more. Right, so I wanted to see who are you guys after? So watching them coach girls basketball. When you say, all right, Kobe's on the coach girls basketball, you be like, oh hell no. But then a whole different person was coaching them.
Different temperament. Yeah.
Different, like it was patient, patient, caring. Don't worry, but like wait.
And let me say this while I'm on y'all platform, man. His very last game against the Utah Jazz, I watched that man treat every single person with the utmost respect and dignity you can imagine, from the security to the people that clean the arena. That man sat there and literal, no bullshit, it literally was shit stacked to the ceiling. And I watched him sit there and sign every single piece of anything people wanted signed for him, bro. And that was like the most humbling human shit I had seen from him the 2.5 years that I was with him. I thought that was incredible. I watched that man. Anybody that wanted to come in there and speak to him and show him his love, he didn't shoot nobody away. He let everybody come in there and he showed them all respect. And I'm sure those are memories that all of those people carry with them to this day.
Yeah, because up to that point, he didn't allow it. Just he was, like you said, he was so locked in.
Yeah.
He was off limits. So he understood that in that moment, like you said, he was the human then. So he understood that he had took that cape off and was like, damn.
Yeah, he took his mask off.
Took his mask off and his cape off, and it's like, so no, that's dope shit to hear, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, when Kenyon take his cape off, you got to get him at home. When he's around his wife and kids, you got his slippers on.
Bring the family through.
Yeah, no, you got his slippers on. He start, hey, you want something to drink? Want some food? Going in. Here's the, they be like, what fucking Kenyon is this? What fucking Kenyon Martin is this? Hey, I was about to catch him on the This nigga right here. But he's laughing and giggling and sniggling.
See, that was your first time there. So once you come over more than once, nigga, you're not a guest anymore.
Yeah,
Nigga,
I got. So you get 3 shots at my house. Third time you at my crib, don't ask me for shit. Go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just saying, again, so the patient part, man, when you are locked in and you built on something, you have this certain temperament, like, and people, like he said, Kobe coaching girls basketball, like,
Yeah.
same shit with me. I'm coaching my daughter and them team, bro, like 4th and 5th grade girls, dog.
4th and 5th grade.
Girls.
Man, you patient.
No, so, and then for me to be doing it,
Yeah.
oh, bro, everybody like, yo, oh, boy, hey, man, I'm so proud of you, dog. Like, so it's
You love it, though.
Yeah, because it's
You see them get better by the day.
that, and it shows me a lot about me, right? So that showed Kobe a lot about himself as well, right? To being able to be this locked in animal that he's been, and then to be able to have that emotion, that sensitive side, to be able to do that for little girls and show that I'm human, right? So everybody expected me, like I said, people said, like, I don't fucking walk around hanging on the chandeliers at home. Right? Kicking the dog, hanging on the chandelier, like, fuck no, like, I'm...
If we had to vote, that's what we would have voted.
Like, I would not vote for that.
How long
I would not vote for that.
coaching?
Does he barbecue or kick puppies?
going on 3 right now.
I'm on my 3rd.
I don't think you kick puppies. I think you're a
I
lover
started
of
coaching
all.
my kids. I got my kids in 7th grade, and now they 9th graders, and I've been able to grow with them. But man, it's nothing more fulfilling than coaching girls basketball and seeing them get better on the daily, and you grow with them, man. I love that shit.
Okay.
Because there's no ego with it. It's just happiness and joy.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
where we started at and where we finished at, bruh, hey.
With women, you gotta start from the ground level, because it ain't no 6'8" girl with athleticism in the 6th grade that you can cut corners with that. Yeah. Like if you already dunking the basketball for 2 years, you're gonna tell them, hey, just make layups.
Yep.
You ain't really gonna develop them with the young women. You gotta start from ground level, and they teach you a lot about yourself as a coach and as a player, because you gotta really lock in on the fundamentals and then build from there. On the boys' side, it's different, because you might have 2-3 athletes that can go get it, and you just gonna tailor make your team for them.
Girl, that motherfucker doing fucking dance.
TikTok,
TikTok.
yeah.
I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
listen, hey, I appreciate y'all, but just give me an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Just give me an hour with no routines. That's all I ask for, right?
Are you in the,
Guess where we at?
cartwheel stage? Are you in the cartwheel stage yet?
Who that?
Cartwheel.
Oh, he got the
absolutely.
baby.
Oh,
babies,
yes.
yeah.
Fucking cartwheel there,
right in the
brother.
middle of the motherfucking practice, like,
They gotta get that energy
I'm
out.
like, huh? Oh, I tell them this one thing, hey, I can get it at you.
Yeah.
On the line, look, I tell their ass in a minute, they ain't listening, they over there with that TikTok shit. Hey, oh, yes. No, they over there trying to make, yes, man.
See,
little
we
girls,
just
bruh.
set the standard.
Little girls, man, they listen, they different. Trust me, they ain't everybody, no, they.
Nah, they different.
You got to trick
They be
them.
having their phones.
Oh, this practice is for TikTok.
Yeah, so a couple days, so I'm here and I can go to practice a couple days, right? So I had a young lady that worked at the school. She helped me with practice. She conduct practice a couple days. Then that motherfucker going ham. So of course my daughter come home and tell, was nobody listening today? I said, were you listening? She said, sometimes. Like she telling me, so next day I come to practice, the first thing, I bring them in. I was practice yesterday, and y'all do this. They know what's next.
On the line.
Yeah.
Get on the line.
Oh yeah.
That's on the line.
See,
Give me the phone.
man, my girls, we got a rule. No TikTok, and we win the tournament. The coaches will do the TikTok with y'all.
Yeah.
And they love that, because they know Coach Lou gonna turn their page up.
Yeah.
So lock in, win the tournament. I do the dances with y'all, but until then, keep that shit to a minimum, y'all. Keep it to a minimum. But I love the fact that we all getting into the game with our kids and our girls, man. And like I said, you see them daily deposits of going, bro. But I love coaching them young girls.
Oh, no, it's dope.
So I wanted to hit you on one more thing before we let you go. You mentioned you played on, 3 teams in 6 months, right? Ended up with the Clippers, signed a long-term deal with them. But I want to show you a picture. Let's go back. The year is 2020. Let's take a look at this photo that we have.
Yeah, a location you would never guess. You know what? I didn't even realize he put that on there.
Wait, huh?
So that's you and Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Led to you getting quarantined when you rejoined the Clippers in the bubble.
Yep.
Made you the talk of the sports world at that moment. Did you know when you took this picture with Jack Harlow that it would become such a big deal?
Absolutely not. Because I thought we did it. I thought we did what we were supposed to do. You know, since this is like no, because I gotta get this.
That's all we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, look, we got our mask on and shit. I thought we did it how we were supposed to do it, man. But I want to put this to bed. I didn't sneak out of the bubble to go to Magic City.
Yes, please tell me.
That's not what happened. They excused me from the bubble to go to a funeral. Doctor is traveling with me. The funeral home was a block away from Magic. I've been staying in a hotel, eating hotel room service food.
Magic got good food.
Magic got good food. This is my hometown, and if you know ATL, we eat in our strip clubs. Yeah. That's where you can find the best food. Cheetah, Magic, and so on and so forth. Poppin' Magic. What they won't tell you is it was 8 people in there. All of them was with us. So let me give you a backstory. I met Jack in 2017. Young white kid came in the studio. He was with one of my business partners, and we playing music, and he like, man, that's fire, man. Your music is good, and this and that. And I'm like, that's what's up. And I asked my partner, who the white boy? He said, oh, his name Jack, man. He from Kentucky. He a rapper. I said, okay. But Jack and his brother was in the studio with us, and they just vibing. They 2 regular white boys. Having fun. I take them to the club. Jack don't drink. I got them shit-face hammered that night. Shit-face hammered that night. 2-3 years later, he got the #1 song in the country. Walk in, yo, I hadn't seen him. I've been in the bubble. I ain't seen him. What's popping is going crazy, but I hadn't seen him in 2-3 years. I said, man, I'm proud of you, bro. Let's take a shot. All right, cool. Took a shot. Jack said, yo, you think it'll be cool if we take a picture? Because he knew I was out of the bubble. I said, yeah, I got my mask on, you got your mask on. I don't see where it'll be a problem. So that's where the picture came in. If I'd have known that the picture was gonna do what it did, I'd have said no. But I thought
everything's in order.
I thought everything was in order. Where we fucked up was Jack tried to cover for me, and he lied. Because he posted the picture, and then, mind you, he has the #1 song, so his engagement is out the roof. Everybody on his page, so they like, oh shit, Lou Will done snuck out of the bubble. So he tried to clean it up for me. He said, nah, y'all chill. This an old picture. I got the bubble mask on.
Y'all were just ahead of the time.
I had the bubble mask on, and so another thing people don't realize about that whole thing was, by the time it hit the news, I was back in the bubble in quarantine already. I was back already. So L. Frank called me. L calls me. He says, hey, who the fuck is Jack Harlow? I said, that's my homeboy. He a rapper. What's the problem? I'll call you back. Hung up on me. So I'm like, what the fuck was that about? My agent called me. We got a problem. What's up? Man, it's a story taking off that you snuck out of the bubble and you was going crazy, hanging out at the strip club. I said, no, I went to eat, but I left. This was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, the story spiraling out of control. They said you was partying in Magic City all night. I said, dog, I'm back in the bubble already. What are we talking? I'm back in the bubble already. Get off the phone with my agent. He called me back about an hour later. He said, man, look, this was a Friday that this happened. I was in Magic Thursday evening, back in the bubble on Friday. He said, Monday, when media cranks back up, we're gonna have a shitstorm. I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, what happened? And Monday, sure enough, I was Lemon Pepper Lou from then on out.
There is some positives, though. That's my favorite nickname, Lemon Pepper Lou.
Yeah, man, and you was talking shit. You was giving me a hard time because you do your thing.
Comedic tweets. Comedic tweets. Helping to lighten the load.
At that time, I was taking everything personal.
Yeah.
You know, at that time, I was taking everything.
Yeah, I didn't know I impacted you like that. I would just.
Nah, it was cool because to me, I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. And for somebody that always carried myself in a sense of not trying to be attached to any goofy shit, I didn't like being attached to some goofy shit. So I was just fighting everything. I was into it with Perk on Twitter. I was into it with everybody because I didn't want that type of energy to be attached to me. Now that everything is chilled and calmed down, I've learned to embrace it, and because of that, you know, lemon pepper Lou is here to stay, and that shit ain't going nowhere, man.
It's a funny.
That's a legendary nickname.
Go ahead and give you.
No, but that's the thing.
Crazy.
Like,
Hold on, though. The crazy thing is, my wings ain't even lemon pepper wings. They barbecue with lemon pepper sprinkles.
but if you really think about it, right? People like I didn't not one time think that you fucking snuck out, right?
Yeah.
People that know, like the way you hear about, like we all around, like this shit is the most secure place it can fucking possibly be.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no fucking
Ain't no
sneaking
sneaking
nobody
out of that
in
shit
or
or out.
out of this motherfucker. So we all was like, fucking sneak out. Like, how the fuck you gonna get back in? Like,
How the fuck you gonna get back in?
yeah, that's my thought.
Nigga snuck out.
Put that nigga in a suitcase.
Yeah, like that's my thought process. Okay, if he did manage it,
Yeah, and think about
how
this.
the fuck he gonna get back in there?
I never got fined. I was never suspended. It just took my quarantine from 4 days to 10 days. That was my punishment. So the NBA knew what I was doing. Again, I had a doctor traveling with me. I was getting COVID tested 3 times a day. Everything that I was doing was documented, but they told me, they like, hey,
The media.
we gonna throw the book at your ass best we can so nobody else in here can think that that's cool to do.
Yep.
That be the problem sometimes
Yeah,
with
no
stories,
escape.
right? They're with you. The NBA is with you traveling. You're there. They done tested you. Everything is good. But they still want to throw the book because of the media.
Yeah,
If we kill Lou, nobody else will try this bullshit.
they did that.
I know. Yeah.
They did, man. They had me on the phone with real federal representation, asking me questions like, "So did you do this?" I cut the lady off. I said, "Ma'am, can I ask you a question?" I said, "Am I in like legal trouble for this? Like, do I need my lawyer on the phone?" She said, "No." I said, "Oh, I didn't want to talk to you then. What I'm talking to you for?" But at first, I was scared shitless because they really was asking me questions about, well, how long were you there? And you said that you had glasses on. In the picture, you didn't have glasses on. Like I was really on the stand. Really on the stand, bro.
Remember, I asked somebody about the bubble. I was like, so everyone's tested in the bubble. They was like, yes. I said, so they all got tested. Yes. It's secure. Nobody else can get in. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's clean in there. They was like, yes. Then why the fuck are they wearing masks
And
and,
keep getting tested.
doing all this on the court? Why is the bench wearing masks and all? Why? And they said this. Optics.
It was all.
Because of America's doing it, we have to participate.
Motherfucker
So I'm like, this
chairs.
is the cleanest place on earth right now, but y'all are pretending for America.
The optics. And
For the rest of they said because what we're doing right now, the rest of the sports
Gil.
have to think. So I'm like,
putting the chairs on the bench, motherfucker.
yeah. I'm like the chairs on the bench. You go in the game, y'all touching each other, then go on the bench and put the mask on. I'm like,
no, it was insane, bro. And here's another thing. We was in there so long, outside had opened back up. We was the only ones locked down. We was the only ones still locked. Outside opened up. Nigga, we at Disney hear them on the roller coasters. Woo! We can hear it.
Outside with the mask.
We sit there sick as hell, mad as fuck. Everybody else having a good time. Back outside, living their lives. We still in here.
Well, Lou, we appreciate you taking time out of your
sure.
schedule to pull up to the arena. We know you got to take off. Thank you for obliging Mr. B, getting that one-on-one game going.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man, thanks for coming up, man.
come on, man. Hey, listen, find you a partner. It can be a pro
That's the only.
or
that's
ex-pro.
the only
As long as they're not
stipulation.
ex-pro, 2-on-2, join the league.
Say less. Say less. Hey, man, we up the street. Any of y'all more than welcome to come through the lounge.
Hey.
Kmart been through. Gil been through. You owe us one, man. Come to the lounge.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen.
Look.
I told you, lady, man, do the little podcast and boom, boom, boom. I ain't gonna lie. The shit you turned that shit into, that is a vibe.
Well, thank you, man.
Now that is the vibe. Like,
appreciate
listen. What? That's the boom, boom room.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool over there.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah. I'm glad I brought my wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be honest.
I'm glad you brought your wife.
Because
I'm glad everybody
when I got there, I was like, oh man, yeah.
Shout out, Lou. Make sure you
Discipline.
Yeah. I had to.
subscribe to the Underground Lounge. They doing some great stuff
Yeah, I know,
over there.
dead
We
ass, bro.
appreciate you pulling up to the arena, man. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
y'all. Much love. Yes, indeed.
And the memes were in good spirit and good nature. I was trying to lighten the mood with the media. I just want to point that out.
Oh, nah, hey, man, that shit long.
They were
gone,
funny,
brother.
though.
It's all
They were
good.
funny.
Oh shit. Old man got
Nah, Tread, I ain't showing you my ass the time.
You showed your ass?
How much
Yeah,
y'all?
I got it.
So y'all still? How long y'all film today?
Are we still going right now?
Like
we
20
still on. We still on.
Let me get out y'all. Oh yeah, y'all still on? Let me get out y'all way.
No, it's
This is at Lodge. This is Gil's Arena.
Yeah, this is.
We appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to everybody in the chat watching as well. In the meantime, in between time, download the Underdog app. Use promo code Gil. Get $1,000 of bonus cash.
Just get your boy.
Plus a special pickup.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Love y'all.
Yep.
Y'all be safe. Much love.
Yep.
As a reminder, subscribe to Lou Wild Underground Lounge on YouTube.
Yes, sir,
They're doing
man.
great work. Shout out Spank Horton, his co-host as well. That was legend. I didn't know my memes impacted human beings like that. Well, that's what happens when you try to get these jokes off, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to get to the finals in just a second, but we want to hit something real quick before Gil gets too turned up.
Oh, he already there.
So we talked about yesterday.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know.
It's good?
Yeah.
Let me get a cup.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, you've been over drinking by yourself. I feel
It is.
bad.
It is Father's Day weekend. Father's Day every day here at Gil's Arena.
Shots. Where y'all at? Come on.
Father's Day is every day here in the arena.
No, we gotta pour this.
I'll stop
No, not you. You black. We don't.
Wait, what? I don't know what that means, Gil.
You black. We don't do the black. The black men don't serve drinks around here, man.
Just bring me a cup.
We done did that for a long time.
Okay. Gil,
We did it
Gil
for a long
revolutionary.
time. Well, you light skin. You got a little half, so that the white
No
side.
preservative?
I'll do it with one finger. I'll do it with my pinky.
So pass it to
Give me that. Ain't no preservatives in this or nothing?
We hope
It's
not.
Juneteenth around the corner.
Juneteenth is around the corner. Time for
my
some
niece's
emancipation
See, Melo said he
here in the arena.
That's
So,
my niece's
like we talked about, Knicks fired Tom Thibodeau after getting eliminated in the Eastern Conference Finals. Coaching search underway. Now been rejected by 5 teams: the Hawks, Wolves, Mavs, Rockets, and Bulls, in request to interview their current head coaches. Gil, you said this is all by design.
Hey, this not bad, bro.
That's why you lost.
Yeah, this not bad.
1-3.
Oh, bro, you.
Let's talk about the positives.
It's not the Mr. B that called him out. The Mr. B that called him out was the drinking Mr. B.
Y'all got a
So
sponsor?
you doing what Allen Iverson did? That them
sponsor?
2 weeks. Decided he was gonna be clean for the 2
shot.
weeks.
You're always in the hunt.
Worst 2 weeks.
He's shouting them out. I just
should
want
have
to
been
know.
Luna and
Yes,
Zoom,
of course.
send some bottles through if
the
you
shot.
don't mind.
Yo,
We
Wop, 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 wop.
Gil, take your beverage back.
yo, is that a sponsor or you just give?
I don't know.
You just
Ain't
give
no
them,
sponsor. They should be.
you just give them free pub.
Yeah, they should be.
Send the bottles.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, it's not bad at all.
I know, right?
It's smooth.
Smooth.
For Blanco,
Yeah, that's smooth.
for Blanco, it's not bad.
I know black. I blanco. So we talk about the Knicks head coaching search. Requested to interview 5 different head coaches. Hawks, Wolves, Mavs, Rockets, and Bulls all denied that request. Yeah, you think something fishy's going on?
Yeah, I know what
with
them
the
niggas is doing. It's
What-
something
What are them niggas doing?
Smart, right? Your coach is right here. It's the son's father, but you can't just give him the job. So what you're doing is you're offering the job to people that already got jobs, knowing what the answer is. So you pretending for the world that you actually looking for a job, and then you gonna settle with Rick. Oh man,
Couldn't get nobody.
Yeah, we couldn't find nobody. Everybody rejected the job, so we just go ahead and just give it to Rick. Y'all slick.
Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson's father.
Just
You
go
feel like
ahead and
that's
give
the
Rick
play?
the job, man. I don't think nobody's gonna mind.
We had a very extensive coaching search. We had our coach here all along.
Hey, shit,
Because I can tell you that all the free agent coaches, they ain't offering them no jobs. They're only offering people who got jobs.
Which is crazy, right? This is crazy. Like, nah,
Rick.
fucking out here poaching, trying to poach dude. Listen,
What's the coaches?
The Knicker.
Who's the coaches they've been asking? I know.
so
Jay
one of
Kidd.
the teams that
Chris Finch, Jay Kidd, Quinn Snyder, I believe.
Quinn Snyder and
Ime Udoka.
Ham.
And the newest one is Billy Donovan.
Billy
Don-
Donovan.
okay.
They have not asked Darvin Ham.
And all these guys have jobs.
Oh, they
that
threw
was just a
Darvin
meme.
Ham.
That was just a meme.
one of the 4 that's been asked. I know I'm in the circle of some people that knows people that know some people, and it was like fuck the Knicks.
Yeah. I'm just be honest. If this was just a free, if this was just a free job, like people, and this was a real thing that we're offering jobs, like, what is a coach looking at like? This is not like he went. It was a losing season. You're talking about you fired a man who took you here, here, here. Like,
Well, y'all do it. The Lakers do it.
yeah, of course.
So
We did not
Yeah,
have the
but that's,
Lakers
I
on the
mean,
agenda
you know,
today.
that's what I said.
but-
Only a rookie coach will take it because it's a job opportunity.
yeah, that's-
but you're talking about a coach who's
JJ
thinking
Redick.
about 4 or 5
JJ
years.
Redick.
Yeah.
JJ Redick.
And very esteemed
So
head coach.
somebody else is gonna be a rookie.
They're going to have to be a rookie coach.
You're not going to treat me that way.
But you go. How stupid would they look to get a rookie coach though?
But they have to, if they do get a vet coach, it's going to be a bag. Like it's going to be a bag attached to it.
And they already owe Tibbs a bag, if I'm not mistaken. So
I mean, it would be stupid because you just got to the Eastern Conference Final
And
twice.
with a-
Now you got to go back.
You're going to go to rookie coach.
You got to go backwards now.
It's,
Somebody that, yeah.
it's easier to just give it to the father at this point.
my daddy said the
Because
play
there's
is for
no,
me.
that's the only thing that makes sense.
Is that
You sitting here like, oh, you offered the job to 4 people, but all 4 people got jobs, and these people got fired, and they're the number 1 candidates. This is what everyone is expecting you to do, and you haven't offered the job to them because they will take it. So is this job even available?
Or is it the optics?
It sounds like the monopoly.
It's like the Rooney Rule in NFL, right?
Find the black.
Yeah, I talked to him. Fuck. Hey,
All right, come on, black.
that'd be the first?
I talked to him.
That'd be the first
But
You got to talk to 5 blacks this
yeah,
year.
We talked to the black
we
coach.
talked to him, but yeah, him.
Like,
Would that be the first father-son?
right?
Doc and Austin.
Oh, no, Dawg and Austin. Yeah.
But all right, let's keep this thing moving. We got some
yeah.
finals to discuss. Pacers and Thunder entered Game 3 of the NBA Finals tied at 1-1 after Indiana pulled off another improbable comeback in Game 1 of the series. The Thunder controlled the game for most of Game 2, won it comfortably. This one will be closer contest for sure, with OKC leading early, but Indy fighting back. Let's take a look at the highlights. Caitlin Clark also in the building, undefeated when Caitlin Clark is at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for a Pacers game. So the punter put up a strong first quarter performance on the road, leading for the entire period. Chet Holmgren led the way, 13 points in the frame. Lou Dort made all 3 of his 3-pointers to help out with the scoring. Despite being down 8 after the first quarter, it was good to see an aggressive version of Tyrese Halliburton for the Pacers. 5 points, 4 assists in the quarter. Pascal Siakam also more aggressive with 7 points in the quarter, including a tough turnaround bank shot to open the scoring for the Pacers. Second quarter was played more in the Pacers style, and they took advantage, outscoring the Thunder 40-28 in the quarter. Ben Mathurin, who didn't get into the game in the first quarter, lit up the scoreboard with 14 points on 5 for 6 shooting in the second. Pacers led by as many as 7 points in the quarter. Took a 4-point lead into the half. Let's look at, shout out to your Arizona boy, Ben Mathurin, doing his thing. 0 though, Gil. And not 1-0, but 2. Oh,
Man, if you don't fucking jump.
The one leg.
there's some Canadian shit going on in these finals, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's take a look.
Cross the shit out my house turn.
SGA didn't perform as well as he normally does in this game, but tightly contested game in the first half. Hallie's 3-ball was doing his thing. As I said, the Pacers were up by 4 at the half. But Thunder fought back in the third quarter, outscoring the Pacers by 9 points. SGA and Jalen Williams had 9 points each in the quarter, and the Thunder took a 5-point lead into the fourth after Williams ended the quarter with a nice step back 3. We see Hallie doing this thing. Hitting threes. That's a 0 right there, ladies and gentlemen. This was a good one. And we were on playback watching this game. Gil, you said you were a little concerned for the Thunder at this point just because they weren't, or excuse me, the Pacers at this point because they weren't able to pull away. But in the fourth quarter, Ben Mathurin would get hot again, scoring another 10 points for the Pacers. Pacers outscored the Thunder 32-18 in the fourth quarter. Get the win, take a 2-1 lead in the series. Ben Mathurin led the Pacers scoring with a playoff career high 27 points on 9 of 12 shooting off the bench. Most points off the bench in the finals since another Arizona Wildcat, Jason Terry, did so for the Mavs in 2011. Tyrese Halliburton almost messed around and dropped the triple-double. He had 22 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds. Pacers are now 20-1 in the regular season and playoffs combined when Hallie has at least 20 points and 10 assists. Pascal Siakam also had 21 points on 8 for 14 shooting. TJ McConnell, another spark plug off the bench for the Pacers. He had 10 points to go along with 5 assists and 5 steals. Several inbound passes, a part of those 5 steals. McConnell's the first player ever to post that stat line off the bench in NBA Finals history. On the OKC side, the MVP SGA had 24 points on 9 for 20 shooting. Jalen Williams had a team-high 26 points. He was 50% on the night. Chet Holmgren, 20 points, 10 rebounds. OKC had 19 turnovers, resulting in 21 points on the other end for the Pacers. Pacers bench outscored the Thunders 49-18 in the game. Some people can handle their tequila, some people cannot, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Blanco.
I saw him over here.
You saw him out there fidgeting, shaking. Gil has left the arena for a bathroom break. Indiana proved in 5-0 this postseason in games following the loss. We also saw Reggie Miller with the tucked-in jersey.
Looking disgusting.
Now, very diabolical, but that's Reggie's fit. That's how he gets going. Very diabolical fit. Had the internet buzzing in that moment. But Kenyon, I'll start with you. Was Game 3 more about what the Pacers did or what the Thunder didn't do?
No, that's what the Pacers did. That's the finals, man. It's about making adjustments, like I stated before, man. Out of each timeout, out of each quarter, each half, each game, you got to do things different and more efficient than you did the game before. Your attention to detail has to be more. And I think Indiana did a good job of that going back home. Knowing that the Thunder were going to come out with a lot of energy and a lot of aggression early because they're trying to get that game back. But staying poised. Staying poised throughout the course of it, the 48 minutes. And yeah, I like what I saw in Indiana. I like them going home and the crowd was into it like we thought they would, but I like what I saw out of the Pacers.
Most definitely good. You feeling okay? You good?
Woo!
The Luna Azul?
Yeah.
Blue Moon.
You wouldn't know nothing about none of this.
Yeah, I've been sober.
Because you sober. You look like you're having fun over there.
Mr. B,
Clearing out my liver. Right?
detoxing. Mr. B, what did you think about Pacers' performance? Game 3, getting the win at home, 2-1 series in the lead, as we talked about earlier in the show. The winner of Game 3, when the series is tied 1-1, goes on to win that series 80% of the time.
Yeah, well, you know, I feel like the Pacers did their job, you know, even in OKC when they got the one game. Then going back home with the home court advantage, you know, I really want to shout out TJ. I think his play in the second quarter, just coming out that second quarter, getting steals, was able to make plays. He had 5 steals in the game. Of course, Hallenberg, you know, when he's aggressive, you know, they definitely play different. But no, I feel like they did what they were supposed to do. They kept the game close. I know me and Gil was talking. I know Gil was a little worried about them because the game was close, but I felt like it was to their advantage with the game being close because, you know, that's when Hiley and all these guys, they start making big plays. So other than that, you know, they did what they were supposed to do. Game 3, they up 2-1 and, you know, try to go ahead and get Game 4.
Gil, as I mentioned, watching that game on playback, you were a little concerned for the Pacers. Third quarter, Thunder took a little lead. Pacers were able to respond, come back, put their foot on the gas in the fourth quarter, get that win. You did come to the arena yesterday in all Pacers gear. We thought that may not bode well for Indiana heading into that game. But you were the Caitlin Clark on this couch helping inspire and lead them to victory.
No, I'm not a Fever fan. I'm a Pacers.
But Caitlin Clark shows up to Pacers games. The Pacers win.
Oh, she's the most famous person in the building. That's correct. Hey, that's crazy. What's the question?
Edrin James was also at the game. I just want to point that out.
Terry Crews is there too.
Terry Crews was also.
Oh, shit, star-studded. Bring out the red carpet.
I am a black man.
Bring out the red carpet. The most famous people is ex-athletes.
No Terry Crews
was up in
What? Another ex-athlete?
big-
Okay.
Cincinnati Bearcat.
I'm just saying so. Just
Reggie Miller with the tucked-in jersey,
Just
which I know you're a fan of.
Yeah. Usually, when you go into an athlete, like it's usually like regular famous people that's on TV and stuff. But there you go. What's your question?
I don't even remember. Good.
Yeah.
Let's call it a
Okay.
show. That was good.
How did the Pacers?
Yeah, but what do you think about the Pacers' performance in that game?
Game 3.
Team you're supporting now, currently on their bandwagon, getting the dub, Game 3.
I mean, listen, they did a great job. People that players like TJ, players like OB, Ben, you know, they did what they were supposed to do, right? They came in, changed the game. And when I say change the game, it's a big gap between the starting 5 and the bench. The starting 5, Pacers versus OKC starting 5, Pacers getting their ass whooped. I think the starting 5 over the starting 5 is plus 17 by the Pacers. It's the bench that's changing the game for the Pacers when you got TJ coming in the game. It's a different feel when he comes in a game because he's a lot faster, and he doesn't have that bop around game. He's just going downhill. It kind of changes the tempo of the offense, and it kind of puts the defense at a response. Like they got to collapse a little bit more than they do with Hallie, and that leaves open shots for somebody like Benn. And I think if OKC wants to just win this series, they have to really pay attention to that second unit. You treat TJ like a star player who can hurt you, which he's doing, which he has done throughout the playoffs. When he comes in the game, the impact is felt. When he came in the game, it was almost about to be a blowout. 2 bad possessions, the game would have been 16-20. 2 possessions his way, damn near tie game. Steal, turnover, bucket, offensive rebound. Like, you got the smallest guy getting offensive rebound for layups. He's pushing it for the 3. He's stealing it. He's getting a layup. He's doing so much in a short period of time where you sub out, you think you have an advantage to throw the lead up, and he cuts the lead. Right? So my scouting report would be against TJ and Benn more than it is Siakam. Right? I have players that I think can guard him one-on-one. I have players, we already have a game plan, but you don't have anybody off that bench that's containing TJ at a form where he's not impacting the game. Like, when he was fucking Brunson, I'm getting Brunson. Like, my second unit player is getting Brunson in foul trouble, having him sit on the bench. That is an impact. That's too much of an impact for a guy who's on the second unit. So treat that motherfucker like he is the number 1 option because he's playing like one. Right? You got Benn, 22 minutes, 27 points. What game plan are y'all game planning for? What do you think is going to happen when these two come in the game? These motherfuckers acting like they Shaq and Kobe around this bitch. Mm-hmm. But, But that's where the game is won at. It's won because who's in the second quarter, who's in the fourth quarter, who's starting that off,
Like I mentioned, Pacers bench outscored the Thunder 49-18. Ben Rather career high 27 points, 22 minutes. Mm-hmm. Highest point total off the bench since Jason Terry did the same thing in 2011 finals. But let's talk a little bit about Hallie.
He's Barrera. He's playing like how Barrera played in that championship year, where when he comes in the game, it's a full factor player.
Yeah.
Right. He's not just a sub coming in trying to control. He's coming in trying to push the tempo. I didn't know he was that fast.
Been doing it all playoffs too.
No, not serious. But I didn't know he was that fast.
Oh yeah, TJ. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sneaky, deceptive.
Sneaky
athletic.
What?
Shit, he had 5 steals. Miles Turner had 5 blocks. Bro, that's winning basketball, man.
Yeah. Like he looked like. What's so funny is between the starting 5 and then him, he looked like he was the only one trying to win. It was like when OKC got up by 9, 10, it seemed like they were like, yeah. And he came in with that, fuck all this. You know what I mean? He came in and was gave them more hope. Both times he subbed in.
Yeah. Especially the start of that second quarter.
Expect to see more of him in game 4.
Yep. I'm trapping him. I'm trapping him. I'm trapping him.
They not.
I know they're not. Because they think they're good enough to you're trapping, if you're trapping him, you're trapping his effect on touching the paint. That's where he's going. He wants to go to the paint, right? When he loads up, he's going to cross over. If you stop that crossover, he's going to Darren Williams you, right? It's his move. 1 and go or beat. That's his 2 moves, right? That's all he's going to do. That's it. So stop moving left to right with him. Move back, right? As soon as you see him load up, just back up, knowing that it's going to go 1 or 1-2. That's his combination right now. But whatever he's trying to do, just load up on him. Make him pass the ball without touching the paint. Because once he touches the paint, because he's a threat, you gotta treat him like damn near like a Westbrook or a Shai. You gotta collapse on him, and then he's gonna make that pass, right? Hallie, he's driving to pass the ball at the beginning. So, you know what I mean? He's gonna drive, looking already past. He's looking to score. You stop the score, he's passing. So he's a little bit more dangerous when he gets in the game. So you really, like, if you're gonna double, I'd rather you double him and just play Hallie one-on-one. At this point, because obviously you're winning. You're winning 1, 2, and 3. You're up. You're losing in the fourth quarter. All the fourth quarters right now against them, you're losing in the fourth.
So speaking of Hallie, Halliburton took some criticism after a 17.6 assist game in the Game 2 loss. Here's what he said about being criticized by national media after Game 2.
Yeah, I think the commentary is always going to be what it is. You know, most of the time, the talking heads on the major platforms, I couldn't care less, honestly. Like, what do they really know about basketball? But I think as a group, you know, and watching film myself, seeing where I can get better is important. And, you know, I mean, at a time like this, I'm not really on social media as much. I try to stay off it as much as I can, but, you know, you see it, and, you know, ESPN might be on in my house, and there it is, and, you know, it is what it is. But I think just seeing where I can be better is the most important thing, and having that reflection with myself. I talk a lot, obviously, with my trainer Drew and Coach Carlisle and all those guys, and it's a constant conversation of seeing where I can get better. There was adjustments that had to be made coming into today for me, and I thought I did a better job at that. The commentary is what it is at this point. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, we're here in the NBA Finals, 2 wins away from an NBA championship. So, just got to stay with it, put my head down, keep working. And as a group, we just got to keep learning from our mistakes, seeing where we can get better, and take it a day at a time.
So, Hallie mentioned talking to his trainers, talking to coaches. Potentially the group chat may have had something to do with it. But so you like how Hallie responded after being criticized for his lack of aggressiveness in Game 2?
Yes. I mean, simple. Yes, because he won, right? I mean, you know, it's the criticism is not a hate towards him. It's an understanding of you need to be more aggressive because your team needs it, right? This is not like, hey, man, stop shooting because you're fucking the team up. It's one of those things where it's like, yo, you're this good. When you score 20 plus 21 points, your team is 26 in this, 9-1. That means the more you're scoring, the better your odds are. So when you think you're going to just be a passer, you're hurting the team in winning. So if you're saying you are this team guy, then these are the stats. So it's just that simple. Hey, these are the stats, right? If you shoot more, higher percentage of winning. When you don't shoot, this is the record. Pick.
Yep.
So if you're picking not shooting, then we don't have a chance of winning.
Yep.
That's what the stats are saying.
20-1 when he scores 20 points and 10 assists, regular season playoff combined. I believe they're 8-1 in the postseason when he goes over 20 points. So it would seem,
yeah.
I think 6-4 when he does
if
it.
you don't know that, if someone is not really telling you that, then you just playing the game how you see the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's the type of player that's whatever the game is giving him, that's what he's gonna be doing. And then you're gonna have to remind him, hey, shoot something. You ain't shot it. Oh, okay, my bad. You know, because it's like when I see him, it's like it's cash money. It's like, yo, I'd rather you just shoot all the shots.
Yeah, the whole team energy is different when he's aggressive. Like, guys are just playing different. Guys, it's like shots are falling and guys are just playing better. The flow is better for them. So every time he is aggressive, they're a whole different team. I mean, it just rubs off on everybody, I think, though, from everybody.
So can you like how Hallie responded?
Yeah.
After getting criticized by the media in Game 2, Stephen A.
No,
first
I think
take
he was
today.
gonna be. No, he realized, man, what he didn't do. It didn't come from the media. Like he said, watching the film and things like that, he realized what he didn't do, things that he probably did in game one, the areas where he could be better in, or different in game two, he didn't accomplish that. So it's just about going back to the drawing board, man, going home, being more comfortable in your building, and eliminating some of the small mistakes, the turnovers that you probably I normally wouldn't have, things like that. And if I get to this spot, then instead of me looking to pass, I'm gonna look to shoot it today. I look to pass it in game two. So I'm gonna look to shoot it in these. So the floater he made, the long floaters and stuff like that, before he was getting in there, he was passing that.
Yeah.
He's shooting that first and then passing in second, which gives points. So, I wasn't expecting anything different out of him to come out and knowing what's at stake, man. Like, knowing what's at stake. They have home court already, not trying to relinquish it.
No free throws in the first 3 games of this finals for Hallie, though.
I mean, he's like Steph, right? That's not their style of play, right? Their style of play is not trying to create contact, right?
That's our style of play.
Right? I mean, he's a float guy. He's a step shoot. I mean, he can get his shot off fast. So it's not like you're in position to block his shot, right? How he shoots the ball, it's, you know what I mean? So you're not sitting there loading up trying to block it where he can throw his leg out, pump fake you and do all that. So, he can have 30, 40 without shooting a free throw. Even his runner's from the free throw line. So there's no contact with that shot. So, you're not really concerned about him not getting a free throw. He's not like, SGA where he's looking for contact for you to be able to call that call.
But it's crazy though.
Yeah.
That he ain't shot now.
Not even a technical, not even in a penalty.
He's out there a lot. He's having a lot of minutes. So for him not to go to the line is crazy.
So we saw Hallie's response, media criticism. I want to know for you three on this couch, did media criticism ever motivate you, or were you always self-motivated? Like some people need haters to help motivate them, keep that spark, keep that fire going. Were you guys able to do that without the criticism, or you need that to help be a driving factor?
Personally, I never picked up the paper or watched shit, so I never got into it, to be blatantly honest. They fucking beat writers, man. They gonna come talk to us and write what we say, or they not gonna do. So I mean,
if you're a competitor, you should know when you're getting your ass whooped.
You should just be self-motivated. You don't need group chats or media.
You should be able to feel it. Like, it's like reading the room. You look at the score. If you look at the stats and you look at your numbers, and you're seeing we didn't lost like 4 out of the last 5.
You don't need anybody to tell you that.
It should be right there to tell you.
How about yourself?
I don't give a fuck what our record was. I was averaging 29. Okay, so you ain't gotta tell me not to shoot the ball. I can tell you that for damn sure. I mean, but if they did have a stat that said, when you average about 15, they 40-0.
We're gonna lose.
God damn it, we ain't win the championship this year, because I can tell you this: 15 points a game only gets you like 20 million. 29 gets you max. I mean,
this is a big sip out of the cup. Eloquent statement. All right, well, let's shift it over.
That'd be a hell of a shit, right? Where they throw a stat in there that just says when you don't shoot.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to win this game.
Jesus, I'm glad analytics was around in, boy.
Conversely, if there was a stat that, hey, we're 40-0 when Gil scores 30, I'm going to do that anyway.
Oh, yeah. I did that.
I didn't need that analytic. But after career night, here was Ben Maturin on SportsCenter with SVP after the game.
As much as I want to live the moment and hold a camera, I can't. I just want to.
Not even a little bit?
I can't. I just can't.
27 points in the finals, not even a little bit?
I can't. As much as I would love to. I think that's going to take away from my aggressiveness on the court. But, once the championship, when I have the trophy in my hands, then the job's finished.
22 years old, 6th player. 22 years old, scored 25 in the finals game. 3rd season.
What was that stat you said again?
I think 22 years old, one of 6 players to score 25 or more in a finals game, I believe.
Okay.
Can I get a shot glass?
How many over 20-point games he's had in the playoff?
Maturin?
Is this like his third?
Man, we ain't talking about Ben right now. Shot, please.
Who, Maturin?
Yeah.
This boy about to sleep hard.
We ain't talking about Ben right now.
It's his 4th 20-point game.
Shit is popping right now.
What happened, Gil?
Shit is popping right now.
What
Shot, please.
What happened?
No, I'm not telling Brandon Jennings. Come on.
Are you telling Mr.B, I hope?
need Mr.B. You got, we got some, you know what? Here, just take this real quick. Just take that.
Stop drinking.
No, fuck all that stop drinking shit. This is not time to be sober.
Stop drinking.
This is not a time to be sober.
Why?
Trust me.
Why? What happened?
Just drink it.
Mr.
All right. You good?
Mr. G and Mr. B.
All right, man. Goddamn Pat Bev over here laughing and shit, man.
That's not bad.
I know it's not bad. All right, is it ready? We got to push a button? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I see it in his eyes.
Not bad.
Yeah. Okay, so look, this is what we got.
Gil, would you like to read this tweet on there?
No, I need him to read it, and he just...
What happened? Nigga, I can't see that. I need my glasses.
I'll turn the brightness up, King.
Yeah, you got this shit on dark.
You need another one?
I have it on Caucasian mode.
You need another one?
No.
Huh?
No.
The one is good?
Yeah, one is good.
This is worth I'll read it just while you guys look.
Woo!
From Patrick Beverly on Twitter. I heard through the grapevine at Team Lou 23 and Tough Crowd just played, and Lou cooked him in low top Air Force Ones. At Drew Hanlon, my money on you now. That's from Patrick Beverly.
This was tweeted at 1:45 p.m. Pacific time.
4 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago.
Get him, nigga.
Gil trying to activate the smoke machine, but currently under the influence.
Get him.
Get who?
The nigga that's talking.
Man, I don't worry about him, bro.
Can we get gentlemen's cut? I forgot.
Come on, man. Come on. That was entertainment. Come on, man.
I know it's entertainment, but tell him to stay. He got to stay in his motherfucking place.
I don't know. He just keep talking. Let him
Keep
talk.
talking.
Let him talk. Shit. He the one.
No, we don't want him to talk.
He the one keep trying to get back in the league. Shit.
Can we please
let
get the
him
cut?
do his thing. Let
Can
him
we please
talk.
get a bottle of the cut, please?
Him
Let
and
talk.
Andrew.
Everybody. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm not playing the trainer.
Hey, you want to play them two on two?
Who?
Me and you.
Versus who?
Them two.
That is the gentleman's
Are you
jacket.
in shape? Are
We need the gentleman.
good enough to
We are
play?
out
I
of
just
the
won a
gentleman's jacket.
championship.
Okay. We have
I
relinquished.
just
all
won
of
a
them.
championship, so you know I'm ready.
That 2-on-2?
Huh? Yeah, you ready. You do all the running around and shit. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Because Pat can't post me up.
Okay. Whatever you want to do. So what? Me and you versus him and Drew?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Huh?
All right, we can do that.
That's how you want it?
I mean, whatever. If that's how you want to do.
I got the referee. We got everything. Trust me.
We have Scott Foster.
that's-
No,
that's
I
what
got
you
somebody bigger than Scott.
You got the real
I got the
fixer.
real extender.
The real extender.
Donahue.
Shout out to Donahue. Coming to a fish
Yeah.
Win him. We
Hey, both you two motherfuckers online.
You know he'd do anything for money.
We ready. We ready.
He'd do anything for
Somebody want to hear that, man? Always running at the mouth, B. B, get active.
He's a mechanic. I mean, let him do his thing. Let him have fun. Look, I started this. I'm giving everybody a platform to talk. They're only talking because of me.
Ladies
Think about that.
Ladies and
Think
gentlemen,
about that.
this is what
They're only
happens.
talking because of me. Like,
This is what happened when men get in relationships, bro. They get in relationships, they want to not drink and stuff right there. They happy at home, right?
I'm happy. Yeah.
This is it right here. This is
I'm
what we
happy.
get. Huh?
So
This is what happens, man.
They want to
Like,
be happy, basically.
They want to be happy and stuff, be all calm, meditating shit. This is crazy. You supposed to spaz on them, man. We supposed to get active on the chat.
Luna Azul, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Father's Day.
Not to be taken lightly.
It's Father's
It is Father's Day here in the arena. Shout out to all the
You're
great
right.
dads.
You're right.
Like,
It should be
everybody-
Father's Day
everybody
every
should be-
day for all the amazing
You're right,
work
Pat.
that
Hey,
dads
Pat,
do.
you lucky it's Father's Day weekend. We chilling, right? We ain't. But Monday though, Monday, watch out. We gonna respond Monday. Sunday, this weekend is Father's Day weekend.
Father's Day weekend.
So how long till we play them in the 2-on-2?
Huh?
How long till we play them in the 2-on-2?
When you ready?
Whenever.
I don't want this. I don't want this, BJ.
No,
This is brain. I don't want brain.
No, I'll be drunk.
Okay.
Mr. B will be back.
I'll be in my Tupac.
Okay. That's all. I'm ready then. Huh?
Let's get back to NBA Finals talk. We had to veer off for just a moment. Ben Mathurin, 27 points, 22 minutes, 22 years old. How impressed are you by Ben Mather's maturity at this stage in his career? He's an Arizona guy, Gil. Give him some love.
No, I know. I got his shoes upstairs. Yeah, I got his, because, he wore the Gills. Huh? Yeah, he's Adidas. Got his own custom joints. Fire. It's great, man. I mean, he's one of those guys that's in that loose situation, man. They're talented, but the business of basketball is keeping them where they are, right? We can see how impactful he is, and you just sit there and wonder, okay, if he was starting playing 7 minutes, what would he be doing? Right? Yeah, he's going to be worth this, so let's go ahead and just keep him come off the bench and do what he needs to do. But, he deserves a shot in this league where he really gets to see who he really is. But, I mean, from the time he got into the league, he's shown that he has very high upside and very high, basketball skills. So, he's displaying it right here, right in front of us in real time.
Mr.B, what do you think about Ben Mather coming through 27-piece? His 420-point game this postseason, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think ever since him and Giannis had that little altercation, he's been going crazy. But no, I mean, he's young. He's coming off the bench. That's what the finals is about. I mean, this is what good teams have. Good teams have great players. So, with his time that he's earning right now, he's making the most of it, and he's doing his thing. So, and he's young. And every time he gets his number called, he goes out there and he performs. So, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Kenyon, how you feel about Ben Mather getting buckets but staying composed, saying he was not going to turn up afterwards? He had more work to do.
Yeah, job not finished, like Steve said. But young and fearless is what he entered the league as, and it's on full display now. He believes in himself. He believes in his skill set. He believes he is one of the better players in this series. Whether he's starting or not doesn't matter for him. But yeah, that's that young, that mentality where I don't care. I'm here to do a job. I'm here to hoop. It's basketball, and I think I'm good at it. And he is going out and doing the things that he needs to help his team be in a position to win the NBA championship. So age is one thing. The way to your point, his mentality is some of older players. You can just tell how his demeanor is, and just from his statement. It's not over. I could be happy with the 27, but it's not over. So.
Pacers 2 games away from bringing the first championship in franchise history back home to Indiana. Let's shift to the Thunder side. Have some things they need to clean up.
Man, you're still talking about the Pacers, man. We just got attacked here.
Who's we, Gil? I just host.
Us?
That's y'all.
I got attacked.
Huh?
Y'all got to live here.
No, fuck him.
I got Little League practice.
That's right. Why? Why? Because he put Drew in it?
We win chips.
No, you ain't hear shit. I'm right.
We say fuck
we win
you.
championships.
We don't eat his bread.
I'm responding right now.
Gil, are you sure you want to do that?
Be here in 5 minutes, because if you don't show up, then it's on him. Right?
That means that he's ducking.
Yeah, he's ducking. 2 minutes. Or you ducking.
You are turducking at that point.
Post. Yep. See if he responds to that.
Be here in 2 minutes or you're ducking.
Okay,
Sufficient time. For real one.
He got 2
a real
minutes
one will be here.
Run through that. He got 2 minutes to pull up chat. Or he don't really want that smoke. So, internet basketball player.
So on the Thunder side, they have some things they need to clean up, particularly those turnovers. So after the game, they were asked about T.J. McConnell stealing several inbounds passes in the game, and what a key that was momentum-wise.
Those plays hurt, especially because they're very controllable. You can take your time and inbound the ball, but you make mistakes in basketball, no matter the stage, and we definitely had opportunities to cover those things up, but you also don't let plays like that happen. It just goes back to being tighter, being more focused, being more forceful all night, and things like that really hurt for sure.
On the inbound steals from McConnell, what did those plays sort of feel like?
They sucked. Just bad, unforced turnovers. So those usually hurt you.
They usually do.
I'm gonna just be honest, man. This don't feel like the finals.
You don't? Some good basketball being
Why
played.
you feel that way?
I don't know, the glasses indoors, right?
That's new shit. No,
I know it's the new shit, that's
we
what
all
I'm saying.
did. No, we did it.
Y'all did that in the finals?
I don't know.
No.
I had suits on.
We wore fucking suits.
Suits, so that's what I'm saying. It just looks. That's what I'm saying. It just looks. It just.
Yo, we wore professional. Most people that wore, for the finals.
That's what I'm saying. It was that's just the overall look. I'm like,
even the Cola dresses up. Right?
That's just-
Even
it's
Tim
just-
Duncan
it's just-
cried.
yeah. People don't realize during when it was kind of boycotting the dress code, it was Tim Duncan. It's like, I'm big. I don't look good in the suit. But I'm just sitting there looking like, you got on sunglasses.
Yeah, they're not fashionable, man. They are, but they think they are, but they're not.
It's a different fashion where it was
they
more-
think they are, but they're not.
Yeah.
Right? They think they. Shai, yes.
Yeah.
The rest of them dudes.
Yeah, I'm like.
They try, but they miss a lot.
Yeah.
Right? They think that shit was cool when he laid that shit out like, oh, I'm gonna kill him with this shit. No, young fella, that ain't it. Not on this stage.
I think it's too much of trying.
Because it lives forever.
Too much of trying to be different.
Yeah,
Too much. Like everybody's trying to. They think it's a runway. It's like, yo, you got another game tomorrow.
Yeah,
like, how you getting all this shit? Like, I'm just thinking about how they pack all this shit now when they on their suitcases. Like when we packed, it was about two bags, but like some of them got big jackets. Like they got
Big
just,
dumbass coats in June.
Yeah,
Fucking Tyrese Halliburton, that motherfucker with a whole fucking hoodie on, nigga. It's June outside.
Well, I mean, it's June. I got a jacket.
But it's y'all, you from LA, y'all fucking different. Y'all niggas wear fucking hoodies and shit like all the time. That shit different. They said that, hold on, people that don't know, they sell it. I don't know where everybody, they sell that shit out. It's a real thing where they sell shorts and sweatshirts. It's a real fucking thing.
It's a
that shit's crazy
Yeah,
to
the
me,
crew
man.
neck.
That's a whole
Yeah, the
thing.
crew neck under. Yeah.
It's a good thing.
I was just listening to him talking. I'm like, man, this says finals. Usually, it's like they got the suit on.
Yeah, look at him.
Those usually hurt you.
Yeah, I mean, I look.
But that's what they wearing today.
No. I know that's what they're wearing.
Them glasses, some shit.
But I'm just saying, when you look at interviews, just when it comes to your mind, I'm pretty sure last year they was wearing this, Jason Tatum them in the year. But when you think about interviews, you think about finals, listen to somebody, it just suits.
B, what kind of shades are those?
That just suits come into mind. Just look a classier
I thought
look.
they was Chanel's, but
Just a classier look. It has nothing to do with nothing. It's just what my brain was thinking about when he was talking about. I'm pretty sure that shit is expensive as a motherfucker.
those are for women, I think.
Yeah, them terrible, whatever they are.
Clothing aside.
No, I'm just saying, I know it's expensive. I'm just saying, like, when you're looking at.
And the fact, so this heard me out, right? So when we were in the finals, right? Well, just our generation of these kids these days walking around looking fucking homeless. Like there was no
Expensive homelessness.
Expensive homeless motherfuckers, right?
That's a good.
So
yeah.
when there was no game, like right before the finals game, I was getting a haircut before every finals game. My shit was gonna be sharp. If I had braids, like these dudes, like I'm getting my shit braided before every game. If I'm these dudes, it gotta be fresh for everybody's watching.
I thought I was the only one that noticed that.
TV games, man, that thing gotta be tight. Finals. Listen, before every game, Obi Toppin yesterday, I was like, okay, young fella. You went got that thing did. Lined up nice, braids, Fred took your do-rag off right before you went out. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck how they look.
I don't want to throw him under the bus, but it was an assistant coach who's an ex-NBA player. The sunroof was showing in the afro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you're on TV at home. You didn't go get the fresh, bald, crispy, clean. This is TV. You know the players gonna come by the bench. You know they're gonna see you.
2,000 cameras in this bitch now.
This is the finals, bro. You supposed to be fresh stuff
everywhere.
If you get your hair braided today, Thursday, and you play Saturday, it got retaken out on Friday and re-put back in.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna be.
Go back.
This is the stage.
Go back and look when Chuck was in the finals. Or when Melo was in the playoffs. Them dudes, man, listen, fresh braids, fresh this,
AI had the fresh lease.
Go look at Allen Houston when he was in the playoffs. motherfucking line was.
They got my prison look up here. I just got out the halfway house with the beard.
Yeah, they don't.
Bro, this is
grind more. No, dude. Everybody's looking at you right now. These images live forever.
Yeah. I mean, it can be. They can be like, man, listen, I don't care, man. I'm just in the finals. I can be like, okay, I get it.
Nah,
this ain't nothing but the finals.
I know it ain't nothing but the finals. Ain't nothing but.
Nope, I know they don't know.
No, that does not fly.
Because Pascal Siakam look fucking homeless out this bitch.
Just patches in this shit. Like,
Don't cut that shit off. Pascal, so he look, yeah.
This is the finals talk you come to expect.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he been like that, I'm grinding right now.
But he
I'm like, okay.
I was there.
But he wear that headband, so it's like it's gonna push the song.
That's how
Just push the, he just look. Whoa.
Not for you. If you go wear the headband, at least, yeah. All right.
I was
That's what I mean, it's just-
because I have one. I have a rich homeless boy at home.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time, man. You look disgusting by the head, man.
Yeah.
Like you look awful, bro. Just last night when he crashed anniversary dinner, I'm telling him, I'm looking at it like, you don't want to braid it.
Patch skills.
Like NBA any TV game
Any national TV game.
fresh. We playing Minnesota, Milwaukee, and Detroit. I'm good.
I'm saying, let's just that 7. You 10 days in. You that 7th game in that 10th day.
And you play Milwaukee.
You like fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm yeah.
Why I gotta be
Milwaukee?
Yeah, Milwaukee, Detroit, Minnesota. Everybody.
So y'all should come into
Memphis.
So y'all should come into the city with no haircut.
Ain't no TV game. Nobody give a shit about y'all, man.
Get in and get out.
Ain't nobody going nowhere in Milwaukee. They might go to Carnivore. They might go. Ain't nobody going nowhere.
But even if you go there, you go through the back anyway.
It's only a couple spots we going to.
Yeah, give me as is.
See, Milwaukee one of them team sweat cities.
I'm not wearing a nice suit there.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Milwaukee is a team sweat.
Okay.
And I'm against wearing team sweats to dinner, clubs, anywhere other than team activities. I'm against that shit. Milwaukee is one of them cities where I give you an exception. If you come downstairs, we going to dinner, and you got your team uniform, I'll be like, all right, I get it.
So you see it, and you be like, oh, we're in the Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Now you playing 4 games in 5 nights?
We in Houston, Miami, Dallas, LA. You come down, we going to dinner. You got your team. You got team polo on. Like, no, you ain't going nowhere with me, my nigga.
Yeah, nah, you trying to embarrass me, bro.
Nah, you trying to embarrass me out here, my nigga. Like, well, I'm not going to the mall with you with team sweats on. We're not going to listen. Anything on our time and you got on team sweats, my nigga, I'm not going nowhere with you.
All right, well,
Like we get it.
We get it, nigga. 6'9".
Yeah, we get it.
Like we the biggest. That's a group of us walking in this motherfucker. We do something athletic as a fucking group. We don't gotta advertise.
No.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving.
Fact.
As you see, we are celebrating Father's Day here in the arena. We do Father's Day celebration a little bit differently than your traditional sports media show. We have gotten turned up off the Luna Azul. We had a one-on-one battle, a lot of great discussion. But we also got some food here in the arena, so we'd like to shout out Bodega Delights for sending us some food in the arena today. Bodega Delights, Dominican family-owned business in Los Angeles. You can find them in the North Hollywood area. They're NYC natives bringing that bodega food experience to LA with dishes like chopped cheese, empanadas, flan, and much more. Find them at Bodega Delights or bodegadelights.com or Bodega Delights on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever food service delivery you look. So Gil, you did have some comments about Cat in recent episodes. We wanted to try to bridge that gap, mend the fences, show our love to the Dominican community, Dominican culture, get some Dominican food in here. I know black, as they say.
Oh, no?
IKEA.
My bad. Okay, my bad.
Here.
All right.
And candidly, I thought the Knicks were going to make the finals, so this is going to be like a New York thing.
And we honor our commitments here at Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to the Dominican community. We love and embrace you. Thank you for blessing us, Bodega Delights, with these delicious culinary offerings. And now let's move on to MostlyFans, presented by our friends at Underdog. Download the Underdog app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. So we have one question today. It's from Underdog user QuadLife33. Before I ask the question, though, did Pat Bev respond to you, Gil? Gil actually did send that tweet out.
They said
told Pat Bev to be here in 2 minutes. Pat Bev did not show up, so he is
saying
officially
the trainer
done.
responded too? Oh, man. That's what they saying, man. Oh.
Gil, a grade A instigator.
Bro, we gonna beat they ass, nigga. I hope they practicing for real.
Gil sent the offer out to Pat Bev to pull up in 2 minutes.
That's the battle mode.
2 minutes has
I
passed.
just want you to know. So we playing for real. Like this ain't the 2-on-2 battle mode.
Do I look like I'm playing?
All right.
You just show up all this,
All right.
all
No,
this,
I'm just saying.
all this calm shit you got going on. That's scaring the shit out of me. I'm telling you right now. I don't, you know what I mean?
Turned up on the internet. Let's.
I like turned up BJ.
This is Father's Day weekend celebration.
I like turned up BJ.
We have a question.
Treat me like I'm Maestro,
Maestro.
your teammate. Try to get all the buckets.
Okay.
Right, I'll be out there rebounding. I'll be Draymond Green out there.
So we have a question from Underdog user Quad Life 33. Said, who was the teammate that challenged you the most to get better at the game? Which teammate challenged you the most to get better at the game of basketball?
And okay, so I got two. One from just teaching me to get better and understanding to get better was Big Mark Jackson from Philly. You know, like getting me out of the mental run I was in. You know, I didn't understand, you know, coming off the bench, understanding work ethic and how to be like a pro and how to train and practice like a actual pro. You know, he challenged me in getting better in that. And then on the court, Dean Oliver, point guard, he came in and he was so mature in his basketball skills and how he played the game and, you know, just the control he was at. Like, he whooped my ass in practice. Like, it was, like I felt I was more talented than him, but he was better than me at that moment in time, and he never let up, and I was just, because it was forced, I got to guard him. It was one of those forced ass whoopings that I had to just really try to, you know, hold my own against, and he just got me better. And then once I realized what he did and what my skill was, and then overnight it turned into something different. But, you know, just getting better and, you know, putting my big boy shoes on, it was Dean Oliver.
Okay. Mr.B, who was that teammate that challenged you the most to get better at the game?
I would have to say Nolan Smith. When I first got to Oak Hill, you know, coming all the way from California, he was already there at Oak Hill, and just his work ethic and learning how to work and getting up early in the mornings to you know, get ready and prepare for the season. He held me really accountable, so I would have to say Nolan Smith.
And then Kenyon, how about yourself?
You know I was the number one pick, right?
Okay, I'm very aware of that. And also a distinguished gentleman from Oak Cliff.
But God,
No teammate challenged you.
like, to get better, like, I was the number one pick, so the pressure was there. That was fucking enough. I'm just saying, like, I didn't, like.
So you challenged
people,
yourself?
Like, no, but people think this is like some arrogant. I didn't have these conversations with people, and like somebody who are like just want to go get us extra shots up and different things like it.
Like none of that coming up, like none of that young.
College, maybe I had a college teammate, Terrence Davis, like TD, like he live in New Orleans right now, like shout out to TD. But other, like when I was a pro, no, like in college, like TD, like, but.
Okay.
But as a pro, no, I didn't. It was for me. The mentality was either you're gonna work or you're not, or you're gonna get better or you're not. Right? That's just because me coming in. I know we gotta get the fuck out of here, but me coming from averaging 3.5 points as a freshman in college to being consensus national player of the year, like didn't nobody. It was me in the gym working. Wasn't nobody challenging me. It was me realized that I fucking suck. I wasn't no good. I was an athlete, play hard, but I wasn't no good at the skill set of basketball, so I knew what I had to do. So it wasn't nobody had to be like, okay, you need to shoot more than 30% from the free throw line next year. I would have been like, no shit. Like, that's just what, like, you need, like. So I would agreed with, like, I need to get better, but no one, it was, Bob Huggins, listen, you need to do this. All right, cool. But as far as teammates challenging me, like, to get better, like, no, I was the alpha at Cincinnati. Me coming in as the number 1 pick, I was looked to do certain things. So,
Were you the alpha on the Nets when you came in?
I had a bunch of old niggas, man. Like vets, like real live vets. I was 22 when I got drafted. So my mentality was different when I got there. So I didn't behave like a rookie. I wasn't doing dumb shit. Right? I wasn't teasing motherfuckers. I was doing 2 things when I got drafted, bruh. Playing basketball and chasing women, nigga. That was that's what it was, bro. I was trying to get better at basketball, hanging out in New York City, nigga. That was nothing in between. So that was what my life was at the time. Shit. Listen, I could get it I wouldn't have no restrictions when I hit New York. I was 22 years old. I could get it everywhere.
He said no restrictions.
None. Like a lot of dudes go to these cities, they 19, 20, you can't fucking go nowhere. I didn't have that.
And
moving freely.
And winning.
Yes, and like my rookie year, no, but and winning after that. So yeah, so I'm shit.
And winning.
Well, on that note, good place to wrap up. We have some
time to
Father's
be
Day
New York.
weekend celebrations
40.
to partake in. Started a little bit early in the arena. Appreciate you, everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody in this couch. Want to wish all of you out there a happy Father's Day.
Can you call him Trainer Boy?
Complete.
Huh? Call him Trainer Boy. Tell him go ahead.
The Trainer Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Trainer Boy that rebounds? Yeah.
Rebounding.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to be doing is out there rebounding.
Yeah.
And you ain't going to get none because I'm going to be down there.
And on that note, this has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all next week.